As the leader of the Booner Pack, I lead from the front.
All right, boys. Lock in.
It's our core foundation, man. Grit.
I'm fired up. I'm fired the f*** up, boys.
It's pumping right now. It's got my juices pumping, boys.
Welcome to Crunch Time Sports with Jeff and Booner. It is Friday, September 26th. We are back on a Friday show. We're going to see Caleb later. I can't wait for it. He joins us every single Friday. We got NFL Pick'em. We got the game preview, Lions, Browns. Lots to get into today, man. And honestly, I've been watching a lot of golf today. You know, I've been watching the Ryder Cup. I don't know if anyone's actually interested in watching it. You should. It's great. Europe versus USA.
We suck. We're so bad.
USA is getting smoked.
I would love to be patriotic and wear red, white, and blue. We are so bad, and we're the favorites, like big favorites too.
They're getting
like almost minus 200.
I think it's like, is it 5 to? Did they get
5.5 to 2.5? We need first one to 14. So tomorrow, it's a big day tomorrow. It's brutal when like you go into those matches. I know a lot of people I don't know how many people in our chat understand or know some of these guys. But when your two best players in Scotty Scheffler and Bryson just do not get a point all day today when they had opportunities for two, each of them, it's like heartbreaking. It's hard to win. When their best players are getting points and yours aren't, done.
Yeah,
You're done.
It's bad. It's really bad. The crowd was they were John. They were chirping.
Crowd could do whatever they wanted. The players were just so bad, dude.
Yeah, it didn't even matter.
Down 3 or 4 or whatever it is. What's 5.5 minus 2.5? 3.5 or 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough look, especially when you're at home.
Yeah, it's a tough look.
I think the home team has won like 5 straight Ryder Cups too, and we're about to snap.
There was so much momentum going into this Ryder Cup. It was like players wanting. It's like they're just Keegan Bradley hyping up the players, setting them personalized notes and everything, and they're like, "This is personal. Like we're going out and doing it," and then they just get destroyed, man.
It's funny too. Like Rory was like he said it the last Ryder Cup when it was in Europe. He was like, when we get to New Jersey or New York, like we're gonna dominate them. And then he like emphasized that throughout this whole week. Like he was like talking so much, and then US is like using that as bait, and then Rory just comes in and dominates. Like he backed it up.
No,
you know what I mean? Like the US, we didn't back anything up. It's embarrassing. Hopefully tomorrow it's a little different though. Hopefully.
So what's tomorrow? Are they doing?
I think it's a scramble tomorrow. 2v2, yeah. I believe if it's a scramble. I don't know if it's like best ball or what it is, but I think it's like some type of scramble. And they probably do 2 different sessions, so a morning and afternoon session. So
it's kind of like what they
full
did.
Matches each. Same today, but I think it's just a different format of how they do it. Same amount of matches though. And then Sunday it's just all 1v1, all 12 guys.
They should do Bryson
that's
versus
electric. They probably will. Because when they do the matchups, like they're going to do like the best player versus the best player. Like,
do the captains pick that?
Yeah, the captains will. So Keegan Bradley.
I
think it's so cool too. Like for us, like people. I don't think people know. Like we're fortunate enough to be able to cover the Rocket Mortgage Classic every year, and Greg always invites us out and gets us credentialed for the whole week. It was cool this year knowing the Ryder Cup was coming up. And Keegan Bradley chose to play in the Rocket Mortgage, and he did interviews and stuff, and he was in the media center, just like walking around me. And then, man, I was like sitting there, and I looked behind me, and Keegan Bradley's like grabbing pickles off the table and just banging pickles, and he's sitting there with like Ryder Cup like shoes on and stuff, and it's like that's the captain, like that's like that. Everyone's calling him out on the course like Captain America, and it's like I kind of feel like I don't get nervous around people much. I was like, that's Keegan, that's the captain. That man's representing USA this year, and he's running this thing. It's a big deal, dude. That's sick. That was one of the cooler things that we've gotten to do.
And they're getting just absolutely their ass whooped. It's just it's
brutal. In New York, dude. Like the president was there today. The president was like, he did an interview this morning and said, or after he left, he goes, I saw our guys were struggling, so I had to go pick them up, and then they still just were so bad. It
didn't even matter. Yeah, it didn't. I mean, it didn't.
He probably showed up and was like, "I got to get out of here. This is bad."
It just didn't even matter. It really didn't. By the way, before we start anything, big dude, thoughts and prayers, man, to former DC right now of the Patriots, but former defensive line coach of the Lions, Terrell Williams. He just got diagnosed with prostate cancer today. So I know he was dealing with some health issues, but one of the best defensive lines coach in the league, one of the brightest defensive minds in the league, man. For the Patriots,
good dude as well.
He missed like the beginning of the year, and they just came out and said he has prostate cancer, which is terrible. So thoughts and prayers with his family, man. Shout out to Terrell Williams.
Hopefully, they get that figured out, and I saw that they were gonna, figuring out different treatments and how they're gonna go about it. So hopefully everything ends up.
I saw that today. I was like, holy shit, man. Life's precious. I mean, you see that shit every other day. You see crap like this. And then you see the injury report come out at the same time. You had the injury report come out today.
We were about to have a good deep conversation there, and you just transitioned into the injury report. I was getting ready to have a good convo about life being precious with you, and you just said, yeah, that was like just a terrible unawareness from you. I mean, that might have been the most unaware transition of all time.
So
this guy just transitioned from cancer, didn't even let me say a word about cancer, and went straight. I don't want at moments off now, dude. That was like all-time bad trans. That was crazy.
I wanted to mention, hey, thoughts and prayers with Terrell. Hey, much love to him. But do you have anything else to say? That's really
it's past. It's past now, dude. It's past now. You killed it with the injury report. We're looking at the injury report now. It's over.
Well, you're not going to have some players this weekend. They already announced 3 guys that are out. Zach Cunningham, Daniel Thomas, Vaki, all out this weekend. Al-Qadim Muhammad, questionable this weekend. Limited practice Thursday and Friday. Taylor Decker, questionable. He didn't practice all week, which they need Taylor Decker. They need Taylor Decker against Myles Garrett. They do. Derek Barnes had a full practice at the end. I know he was dealing with a little slight knee injury, but I think Taylor Decker will play. I don't know. I hate seeing that.
He's playing. I'm pretty sure Dan said that. I could be wrong, maybe not exact quote, but remember the other day I said Taylor's going to be this year how Frank was? It sounds like that's what's happening with Taylor this year, where it's just he's kind of in that Frank Ragnow situation.
You think Al-Qadim Muhammad plays?
Yes. I think both of them play. If they weren't going to play, they probably would be doubtful. Questionable, I think they're both in. I think there's no issue. AQM was back at practice yesterday. I don't know what the knee injury was, but obviously there was nothing that was said after the Monday night game. I think it's just a short week. I'm pretty sure if you're no practice or limited practice, you probably, on a Friday, you probably automatically just get a questionable status. That's my guess.
Yeah, I know they said AQM was at practice with a knee sleeve. So I'm feeling good. I think he'll play. I feel good about it. And it's like he's coming off 2.5 sacks, so you kind of hope he plays, because they don't have Davenport either. So they kind of need him to play in terms of depth. They don't really have much behind them, to be honest. I know they have Quentin Jefferson, they side, but they don't really have much. It'd be like Pat O'Connor, I guess, playing a lot more. So AQM, I hope he plays. I lean more with you. I think they'll both play.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way. Who are you playing if Taylor Decker doesn't play? Giovanni Manu against Myles Garrett? No.
Also,
you're not
such a side note, has nothing to do with the Lions or football. I meant to mention this before. The Tigers can clinch a playoff spot tonight. I just want that on out there.
And we have Caleb.
I called Caleb. I talked to Caleb for about 20 minutes before the show here today, and I mentioned it. I go, dude, how crazy is it? By midnight tonight, there's a chance the Tigers are in the playoffs. And he was like, no, there's not. They can't make the playoffs today. And then he sat on the phone like quiet for like 5 minutes doing the math to try and figure out if they could get in. I was like, I'm telling you, dude, they can get in today. A Tigers win and an Astros loss, the Tigers get in.
After all the shit we had to endure over the last couple
they can get in today. And they're up 3-0 right now.
Shout out to the Tigers, man. Shout out to the Tigers. We talked with Chris yesterday. We'll talk with Caleb later about it too. We get Caleb's thoughts on the Tigers and the Lions. It'll be actually great that we get Tigers baseball, and then we'll have like a good feeling what's going on right when Caleb joins the show. So we can get his thoughts on the whole thing.
We'll know too by the time the Astros play. We'll know if the Tigers, and everyone. I think all of Detroit will be tuned into that Astros game tonight if the Tigers win. just because, if you get an Astros loss, you're in. And if you win tonight, you just need 1 or 2 to end it.
Also, I know this is another random thing, but I want to just clarify this because we mentioned this on the show and it turns out it wasn't true. Corey actually put it out. Shout out to Corey. He says a league source confirmed to me and MLive Sports that a recent report from Fox Sports that suggests Lions wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown received a fine from the NFL for inappropriate language was inaccurate.
Someone lied?
He didn't get fined for what he said on the hot mic. Which, I guess if you think about it, how would he get fined for a hot mic?
Yeah, that's true. How
is it his fault that a mic picked him up?
You know what? I think you could get fined for it. I do. I'm not against. Yeah, it's the same thing as like doing a celebration and it's like an inappropriate celebration. You get fined for that, and you're like, "What is it his fault that the camera was on him?" Like, no, like that.
Was the amount actually 420.60?
Wait, scroll down. It really was.
Oh no!
Fox got like that. Oh, dude. I mean, whoever's doing that's got to get fired, right?
Oh, that's.
There's
hilarious.
no way. Whoever put that out doesn't get fired, or like put on like a pip or something. I would put him on a pip. You're on a pip.
Yeah, I guess we should. Yeah, I'm with Purple. I mean, we should have known. We should have known 420.69 being the amount.
That is kind of funny that all of us in Detroit were like actually thought this was a real thing, and no one, not one person.
Was like $42,069 he got fined. Like, no, this 420.69, dude. I fell for it too. I mean, that's the
man. Yeah, we did. I mean, we covered it on the show. We talked about it. It's a big fine. We literally were talking about like the percentages of his contract and everything. We had it up. Man, it's so believable when like Fox puts it out there. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a source you probably will trust,
Yeah, you're like, got it.
Even if it is a little fishy, 420.69. I mean, whatever. But yeah, that report, that's completely false. So yeah, he did not get fined.
Yeah, bro, Prince Fox should delete that post. I don't know how that post is just still up. I don't know how no one at Fox is like, and I'm pretty sure they're like partners with the NFL, so they're just like dead wrong.
Yeah, I mean I can't believe that. I can't believe I fell for that shit, honestly.
I don't think like it's crazy. Like if someone gets fined on a hot mic, like I don't think that's that crazy.
I think it depends on what was said, I guess.
Yeah. Like you'll get fined for, a million different things in the NFL. Like I don't think like if you were like, oh, you got fined for a hot mic, like I wouldn't be like shocked. I'd be like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But 42,000, I feel like that number is just an insane number for getting caught on a hot mic saying something like.
Yeah, he makes 30 mil, so I guess when you see the number, you're like, I didn't see the 420.69, but at least I was like, I guess I can see something like that. I don't know. I didn't do the math in my head about it, but yeah, at least we clarified that. BD Buster says, what do you guys think about the new Detroit Lions rock song that came out on YouTube? I don't even know. I did not hear that.
Wait a second. Can you send the link? I'm pretty sure that's the. Oh, were you down? You were downtown with me when we went down to the Bills pregame, right?
Yeah.
I think it's that guy, dude, that had me do a video for his music video. He filmed me for his music video. Do you remember him? Do you remember the guy that was like, hey, he was like, hey, you do the Kool-Aid? I said, yeah, I'm the Kool-Aid guy. And he goes, oh, dude, like, I love your guys' videos. He was like, I have this new song that's going to be the theme of the Detroit Lions next year. He was like, would you want to do a video to be in the music video? I don't know if I was in it. Actually, I think I was. Someone actually tagged me like a couple months ago. He put something out, and I was like, there was a clip of me. Holly Campbell posted on her story, and I was in it. And it was of that song. I don't know if this is the same song or not, though. It could be different.
Right. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's him, though, because Holly posted him a couple months ago, and I was just like on Holly Campbell, like her story, and I was watching her story, and it was just like I popped up, and I was like, how am I in Dan Campbell's wife's story? I was taken aback a little bit.
That's kind of a big deal, though. I don't know. I have not heard the. I've not.
Someone can send the link so we can see. I don't know. And he actually said we can use it for our show. I mean, we don't have like a contract, but in person, he was like, "You guys can use it for your guys' show and play it if you guys want."
Oh hell yeah! No, I'll take.
So we have to reach out and talk to him.
Yeah, for sure. Well, like I said, we got a lot to get to today. I want to preview the game, get into more Lions-Browns. We talked a little bit about it yesterday. I want to get into whether it's a trap game or not, feelings for that closer to the second hour. Just talk about the matchup. We'll get into the offense and defense. I do want to start with the defense a little bit and kind of talk about what kind of performance are we expecting out of the Lions here against the Browns defensively. I know Calvin talked about the standard, and I put out a tweet today that I think Calvin Shepard displays all of the qualities that teams are going to be looking for in a head coach, and I kind of listed why. And I think this defense is only going to get really better. And you actually brought up something he said. He's going to challenge the defense this week. Like, let's be a little more dominant when it comes to points per game. Let's get these guys. Let's not allow these guys to get 20-plus points like every team has done so far this season. It's Joe Flacco. It's the Browns offense. It's not a high-flying offense. So, let's try and get these guys under 20 points. He didn't say that, but I feel like that'd be a pretty good day by the Lions defense, because if they could do that, I think they'll win this game regardless. But what kind of performance are you expecting out of this defense, and what are some players that you're kind of looking for in this matchup? Because for me, I expect this Browns offense to struggle. I just do. In Ford Field, I think this game, to me, it's a game every NFL team you're gonna respect. Every NFL game is gonna be some sort of different challenge. I'm not saying the Browns you're gonna walk all over them. Maybe you will, but I think defensively they have enough to where I think it'll be a team you have to definitely watch out for sure. Joe Flacco's a veteran, even though he's a statue, He's still a veteran. But I see a defensive performance. They're coming off a dominant performance against the hardest, in my opinion, quarterback running back duo to stop in the entire National Football League. They're coming off of that performance. And now they're going into Ford Field at home against the Browns. I get it's on a short week, but I think they're going to parlay that game into this game and come out confident. I think they're going to set the tone pretty much right away. And I don't expect the Browns to clear, honestly, I know this might sound bad. I don't expect the Browns to clear 17 points in this game. I just don't. I don't see the Browns scoring more than 17. So I have them. I'll get to our score later. We'll do it on Sunday. But I have them struggling offensively in this game. I don't think they're going to put up 20-plus points in this game against the Lions. And I think some players to watch out for, in my opinion. I'm going to go with the guy who I think is going to have a huge day, a massive
Take my
day.
guy. I'm gonna leave this show forever.
I'm going to go another interception from Kirby Joseph. I think Kirby Joseph, you didn't hear a lot about him last game. I think you're going to get another.
Yeah,
Kirby
you didn't.
game.
Was that the original guy you were talking about the whole time?
Yeah, I think Kirby Joseph has a day. I think he has a pick against the Browns. I think he's gonna make some plays. Honestly, I don't know. I know you. I mean, there's other guys you can go with. I just have this is going to be a Kirby interception day. I just do. I feel like Kirby pick in some sort of area. I know he had one against the Bears. He'll have another one against the Browns here. Joe Flacco's going to get an interception. I think it goes to Kirby Joseph. Not Tearan Arnold. I'm not doing it again. I'm not doing the.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't. That was one of the worst things you guys ever did last year. I glad that's all over.
Pick every other game, but no,
every game.
I think Kirby gets a pick this game, and the Browns are going to turn the ball over a couple times. It's going to be a rough outing for them. So give me Kirby Joseph here to have a big day.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not going to say Kirby, but I'm right there with you. Where I do think the offense struggles for the Browns. I don't think I don't know. I don't see a world, especially with Shep being hey, we've given up 30 a couple times this year. This is a week that you could take advantage of, and you can go in there and you can actually show hey, what this defense is all about. And I think that's something that's getting preached this week. He said it obviously, and he was like, "This is one of those weeks where I'm telling the defense, finally show me. We want to talk about it. We want to say we're one of the best defenses in the NFL. Show me we are, and actually go out there and stop someone and hold a team under 20 points." And one thing he said he challenged the guys every single week this year so far was to get a 3-and-out to start the game, and they just haven't done that yet. They haven't been able to get a stop in the first possession of the game. So I think Shep is has a vision in mind. I do think that they're going to try and put a lot of pressure on Joe Flacco on Sunday. I think that's what they did to Lamar. Obviously, they're not going to have a quarterback spy or anything. But I think that this team, there's something within inside me where I know Shep, and like he said, these guys look at the media. They hear me and you. They hear everyone out there that talks about the edge room, getting to the quarterback, having a pass rush. They hear all of that. I think there's a world this week to where he wants to even though that Ravens game happened the way it did, 7 sacks, 34 pressures. and like what 7 quarterback hits. I know that happened, but I'm sure he wants to kind of parlay and kind of lead that into this week to kind of prove like, hey, it wasn't a joke. Like we can continue to do this. So I think that's what's going to happen. I do think there's a world on my player that I'm going to put out there. I think he has probably the biggest game of the season so far for him. And it's going to be by far the best game out of a player on Sunday, offensively or defensively. Feels like an Aiden Hutchinson game. It really does. And Hutch hasn't like struggled to the max, but there's definitely been an expectation for Aiden Hutchinson, defensive player of the year, 20 sacks. Like there has been all these conversations, and hasn't just been me. It's been all around the city and the whole fan base that's talked about that with Hutch. And you just haven't, you've seen him get, what does he have, 2 sacks right now? You've seen him get 2 sacks through 3 games, but you just haven't seen him like dominate the way we thought he was going to. This feels like that game to where he's going to go in and he's going to have an opportunity versus not a great offensive line and an old quarterback, almost a head coach, an old quarterback that isn't very mobile. So if you get to him, he's probably going to go down. So I think this week, I think it's a Hutch week, man. I really do. And I think there's going to be a chance Hutch is getting his hands up, maybe a couple tip passes, a forced fumble, maybe a sack fumble, for maybe picks that thing up and runs for a touchdown. I don't know, but it feels like Hutch is going to have a big week this week. That's what I'm going to roll with.
Yeah, I mean, just to give some context, like the Browns' offensive line, their worst graded players are both tackles. So
he's gonna eat all day.
Their tackles are bad. Really bad. Conklin might play, but he hasn't been good. Even when healthy, he's the right tackle. And they're probably going to have a left tackle in there, Cornelius Lucas. And he's the 57th graded tackle out of 69 on PFF.
Yeah, I might, and I don't know if the prop's up yet. I might bet Aiden Hutchinson 2 sacks. It's probably like plus 500. That's my guess. I'm gonna go look.
Yeah, I wouldn't even mind that. Honestly, he's good. I could see him having 2 sacks
easily. This just feels like one of those games you saw last year. He had multiple sack games, and it felt like it was in games like this. Obviously, the Bucs game, he had 4, and that's a good game, and they lost that game too. But I still just feel like this is a game where he's going to go out there and dominate, and they could try whatever they want to chip him, double whatever you want. It doesn't feel like that they're going to have any sort of success doing that versus Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those things with Aiden where you're just a sleeping giant. He's going to get woken up. This might be the game, honestly.
What do you think the odds are for Aiden Hutchinson and Myles Garrett to get a sack?
Aiden's probably minus 110. Myles Garrett maybe minus 130.
You got Myles Garrett spot on, minus 130.
What's Aiden?
You said minus 110? That man is minus 210 to get a sack. He's almost double Myles Garrett favorite.
Maybe I disrespectful a little bit.
I think it's just because of the offense, the offense that they have. And like with Myles Garrett, I mean, you're going up against either Paneso or Taylor Decker, which people would say, oh, Taylor Decker's been good this year. He's been a top 20 tackle in the NFL this season. So it's a tougher task, whether you think Myles Garrett's better or not, but you would think Hutch is about to go out there and have a field day on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, let's just be real here. That defensive line, another opportunity to feast in general. I mean, they had, I don't know about 7 sacks, but I mean, if AQM plays, AQM could have a sack. I mean, AQM could have a day out there. I mean, it's not going to be Lamar Jackson. I'll tell you that. Joe Flacco, if you get to him, he's going to fold like a cheap lawn chair. He's not going to be running around like Lamar Jackson making plays. You can get to him. It's just really beating. It's just winning one-on-ones, which this offensive line for the Browns is bad at winning one-on-ones. Joe Flacco gets the ball out quick. That's what he's trying. He's not mobile, so to avoid sacks, you just have to get the ball out quick, but might not be enough. I mean, if they can stay in coverage like they have been, like
Hutch is getting home.
Yeah, because here's the thing. It's like against the Packers, the Lions actually have a better secondary than the Packers, I think. I just think the Packers as a defense have been playing better. But like we're talking about in coverage, like you can say what you want about TA, and I know Meek's going to play more. So, I mean, it'll be cool to see a Meek out there in different situations. I think they're going to hold their own. And they don't really have a true number one. I mean, Jerry Jeudy has like 7 targets a game and catches like 3. I mean, he drops half.
Jerry Jeudy was good last year. I don't know why you guys all say Jerry Jeudy was mid last year. Jerry Jeudy was good.
I don't
like
think he was
1,000.
mid last year. I think he was good last year. I just don't think he's like that. He's just not a
No.
legit dude.
As a wide receiver one, I mean, he could be one, but
I loved him coming out of Bama. I just think in the NFL, he just drops too many footballs, man. He's just not like.
That's fair. Yeah, he has 21 targets and 10 catches, which I don't know. Obviously, there could be some quarterback misthrows there, but that's still. Yeah, he hit 1,200 yards last year, 90 catches. That's a lot.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you could just at least that's his favorite target. And the other one would be the tight end they have, Harold Fannin Jr., the rookie tight end.
Bowling Green.
Yeah. Yeah. So Harold Fannin Jr. has been he's been all right for him. He's been pretty good. Out of Bowling Green. I don't know what's going on. What happened to is Njoku hurt? Is that why?
I don't know. I don't think so.
He is not hurt.
No, I mean,
he's playing. He had 40 yards in pretty much every game.
He just hasn't scored a touchdown yet. I mean, he's had catches. I mean, if 5 catches, 40 yards, 4 catches, 40.
Yeah, so he's still a threat. I mean, Joe's been going to his tight ends a lot. So I mean, that's
Harold Fannin Harold Fannin leads them in receiving yards this year.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid for it. But they have Cedric Tillman, Isaiah Bond, who's like he came out of he got cut and then signed with the Browns.
No, I just don't think he got drafted at all.
Didn't get drafted, excuse me, because of the whole allegation stuff. But he did play a little bit against the Packers, but he didn't do too much. They don't have a great wide receiver core besides Jerry Jeudy is the 88th wide receiver graded out of 106.
Honestly, it should be a good game for the corners over time defensively.
Yeah,
guys like DJ Reed, like when Tearan does get reps, Amik being outside for the first time this year, it's a good game for them to kind of get a good feel and like get some confidence, right? Like if you're talking about getting Tearan some confidence like he was in camp, it's a perfect game versus wide receiver core and Joe Flacco and your pass rush to go out there and kind of, get a better feel for it because you've gone up against Lamar Jackson, Caleb Williams, and they have a good wide receiver core. Yeah, Jordan Love. Like this is probably the easiest one you've had so far. So you should be able to go out there and, build up a little confidence. All 3 of them, Amik, DJ, and Tearan.
Yeah, and if you have Amik on some packages where he's playing a little bit more this week, and whether it's a nickel or outside, I don't know if they switch up and make it so there's a nickel on the field. I don't know who he's cutting into playing time. It might be TA a little bit. It could be indifferent. Maybe they have a nickel out there at some points, and maybe TA and Amik are playing together. I don't know how it's going to look. We'll see more on the game when we watch it, but I'm excited to see Amik out there too. I think they'll be good in coverage. I think the defense will be fine. To me, it's more about the offense because this front seven for the Browns has been really good, and they have some guys on here that are kind of like Devin Bush is like having a really good year.
Michigan man.
Yeah, and he's been like kind of bounced around. He's had good years and bad years, and he's bounced around the league a little bit.
He was in Pittsburgh for a while, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was, and he's having a great year with the Browns. He's having a great year, and they have the rookie Carson Schlesinger.
Yes, dude, he has been so good out of UCLA.
Yeah, he's a beast.
He's been good defensively for them. I watched the Browns for a little bit last week versus the Packers, and he was flying around, and they kept talking about him too. So he's definitely someone to keep an eye
on. Before we get more into the offense, I do have to tell you about our friends over at Comer and Cross. So allow me to do that. Oh, let me get this out the way here. Excuse me. Boom. All right. Let me tell you about our friends over at Comer and Cross and their one-day installation concrete floor coatings, which you guys should be utilizing, especially as fall is here before we get to winter while you still can. Call the number 248-834-3488. They'll transform your pool deck, basement, driveway, even your patio. They'll move the stuff out for you because I know you're probably sick and tired of staring at your crack-stained garage floor. So allow Comer and Cross to help you out and take care of you. 248-834-3488. Give them a call or just get a free estimate. That's all you have to do. You don't commit to anything. Just call them or book your free estimate at comercross.com. Tell your friends over at Crunch Time Sports sent you. Let's talk about that defense a little bit here because it's not just their linebacker core. We mentioned Devin Bush, Carson Schlesinger is the rookie. They got Jerome Baker, who's he's all right, but their defensive line's been playing pretty well. Myles Garrett obviously is elite. They have Mason Graham, who's coming along and playing a lot better, and then they have Malik Collins, who's been really good for them, and he's a guy that gets a little forgotten about. He's drafted in 2016, but he's having. Let me see. I know PFF loves him. I don't know if people care or not about PFF, but he has 1.5
sack and a half already.
Yeah, sack and a half against the Packers. He had a sack and a half. And he's the number 1 graded defensive lineman right now on PFF.
On PFF?
Yeah, pass rush. Number 1 pass rush.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Malik. Wow.
If you don't care about PFF, that's fine. But he's having a really good year. He's having a career year, actually, to be honest. Like best year by far. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's the scheme. I don't know what's going on with him. But he's
playing with
really
Myles Garrett, playing with certain guys. That defense, dude. If you go from top to bottom, they're not. It's not a bad defense by any means. If the Browns actually had a good offense, this team would be good.
Yeah, they have a good defense. They do. They have a really good defense. They have Grant Delpit at safety. He's always been a pretty good safety. He's from LSU. They got Denzel Ward. Yep. Newsome, who I think if we're talking offensively here, I know you actually brought this up. We talked about this, but I think we're on the same page with this. I bet Newsome's going to be on Jameson Williams.
Probably. Yeah.
I'm just saying, I could see some opportunities here for JMO. I know JMO came out and talked about his targets, and he said he's got such a great mindset on it. When he talked about the targets, it was like, listen, I can't get too wrapped up about targets because then it gets me in a bad headspace for when the ball actually does come to me. I have to constantly be locked in because you never know when the ball's coming. I can't get pouty, and then the ball comes to me and I'm in a bad headspace. So he's actually
don't make a play.
Yeah, he's like handling it really well. Like he's an ultimate team player, obviously, because he blocks so well and he's not a diva. But this week, I think, could be a JMO week. Like, I think JMO could have a really big game. I know he had 40-something yards against the Ravens, but Greg Newsome, man, Browns fans, I've peeped around Twitter enough in the past to know that they do not like Greg Newsome. They do not like Greg Newsome, and I'm sure Denzel Ward will be focused more so on Amon-Ra St. Brown. At times, will be lined up with JMO, I bet, but I can see JMO having a big game here offensively. I really can.
I do think, first off, to start with the JMO stuff, I think the JMO thing's spot on because, I mean, if you complain about targets, then someone else isn't getting, you're in an offense to where it could be anyone's week at, any moment. And he's not at a point now. And this is where I think, with JMO, he might be a little bit more clear-minded with it. It's like he doesn't even have to play for a contract anymore. He's got a deal. You see what I'm saying? It's like before it was like, hey, I want target. Like if he didn't have a contract going into this year and they knew that, hey, I might be a free agent here coming up. I want targets. I want yards. I want to be able to put out, tape on the field. So I'm able to say, hey, this is how much I need to get paid in free agency. He's got a deal, man. So he doesn't need to worry about targets. He's one of the best, honestly, him and Amon-Ra. And if you want to add Tesla in there as well, that might be one of the best blocking wide receiver corps. So you see videos and you see clips and breakdowns of these guys blocking, and Dan talks about it all the time. And who was it? Was it Scotty Montgomery came out one time and was like, these guys block almost better than they are players. And they take it to heart, right? They love to do it. And JMO's a big part of that. So I do think with the JMO thing, I think you're spot on, dude. He knows some games he might get 3 targets. And Amon-Ra had that last year and he was still first team All-Pro, but he had a couple games last year to where he just wasn't targeted a ton. And everyone's like, what happened with Amon-Ra? Well, they won. Okay. Yeah, fair. What are you going to say at that point? And I'm sure, he wants targets and yards, but as long as you're winning the game. But I'm right there with you. I don't even think it's just a JMO game. I know last week we saw almost 200 plus yards from the running backs. I think it just turns into more so like a Jared Goff 300-yard game, just literally based off of they're going to do everything they can, in my opinion, to stop D-Mont and Jahmyr Gibbs. That's how I feel it's going to kind of go down, and that's what Jim Schwartz's mindset's going to be like. We're not going to let Jahmyr Gibbs beat us, force Jared Goff to beat us. And I think in those moments, that's when guys like Jameson Williams is going to have a couple big plays. Amon-Ra St. Brown, you're probably going to see 8 or 9 targets from him, in my opinion. Same with Sam Laporta, using about 5 or 6 from him. And then JMO's going to have a couple opportunities, to take it to the house. So that's kind of how I see it going. And that, we talked about this the other day. It's just based off of, feels like Jim Schwartz is going to really hone in on just this run game. That seems, and it's kind of a good thing that John Morton said what he did, because now that's literally all they're worried about. Jim Schwartz having to comment yesterday on the run game, and then today Myles Garrett did you hear Myles Garrett?
No.
They asked him about it, and Myles Garrett was like, they haven't seen our run defense yet. So he actually said what I said Jim Schwartz should have said yesterday, and he actually said it today. So when he says that, you're like, okay, so this is going to turn into, can they stop the run? And as soon as you hear that, and if you're John Morton, we're playing chess. We're gonna think that, you're gonna think we're gonna try and run the ball, and we're gonna get into this running battle with you and see who has the better run offense or run defense. we're putting the ball in Jared Goff. Play action, boom, JMO down the sideline, easy. Or JMO in the middle, Amon Rob, 20-yard, absolute dart. Sam Laporta, 10-yard check down, bang, runs for 20. Easy. I kind of want to run the offense this week.
I mean, they're the number one run defense right now in the NFL. That's why John said that, is because he probably got asked about it. He's like, well, they haven't really seen a rushing attack like ours yet, even though they're number one in the NFL in rushing yards allowed per game. But here's Myles Garrett. Let's play this clip. I want to hear this. I didn't know he said this.
He's entitled to his opinion. He hasn't seen a defensive, front like ours, and he's entitled to say what he wants, and we have the privilege to see who's right. And I think it'll be a battle of ideologies, and I think our DC also has some things to say, and we have to be the ones to put it into action. And so we have to meet and see who's right. He's entitled.
Man, is it bad of me to be like, I kind of like Myles Garrett?
Yeah, why was he so mature about it?
Myles Garrett's always been like the most mature dude in the league, I feel like.
Yeah,
I remember watching him do his interviews last year. Do you remember watching him do the Super Bowl interviews? And he was going through all this contract stuff, and he was just so professional and locked in about it. It's how do you hate this guy? Why would, if you're why, if you're Barry, or what is it, Andrew Barry, whatever his name is?
Yeah, Andrew Barry.
Why wouldn't you just be like, we got to keep this guy in the building, which they did eventually.
Yeah, I listen, I'll say this is what I'll say on this, because we posted a video today and people were commenting. It was us reacting to Jim Schwartz's comments, and people were like, you guys think that he was throwing shade at the Browns. He was just giving confidence in his players. No, both can be true. He was giving confidence in his players, but he's also, this is bulletin board material John Morton's putting out there. I don't know how you can deny that. I know people are going to just deny that and be like, no, John Morton didn't do that. Myles Garrett, the way he's responding, they're definitely using this as bulletin board material.
100%.
For sure. It's for sure shade.
If you're a coach,
he didn't shade the defense. He said they have a very good defense, but they haven't seen a rushing attack like ours yet. What do you think that means? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. People in these comments, man, and on the video, it's whatever. But yeah,
if you're a coach, if you're commenting that and you're trying to say John Morton did, if you're a DC or whatever, if you're in the room with these players, any type of thing that you see like that you can get your hands on to play in front of the team to get them fired up, right? You're looking for every single thing in the world to get them prepared for Sunday, and it's not just schematically. That's fired up in the head. I want to destroy this team. I want to go out and prove to the NFL and the fans that we're better. You're going to play that John Morton video the next morning in film. You're going to open up with that. And so if people are like, well, no, he wasn't just saying that about our player. Come on. Yeah, he might have, but yeah, that, like you said, that's bulletin board material to a T. You don't think Jim Schwartz is taking that clip and playing it every single day this week for that defense?
You don't think that whole defensive line is going to know what he said and take it a type of way? Of course they will. Imagine, flip the script, guys. Imagine you play the Ravens and John Harbaugh says that Lions team has not seen a rushing attack like ours. You don't think the fan base would be like, oh, this guy, oh, he's throwing shit. No, it's just because John Morton said it. So now we're going to act like it's no, Johnny didn't mean it like that. John knows what he's doing, dude. He's a veteran.
Yeah.
You know what he's doing? He's firing up his guys. He's doing that. But at the same breath, he's also kind of challenging a little bit of this Browns team. He's challenging them a little bit. It's hey, you can do both. You can fire up your guys and now they know we got to cash this check. This offensive line and run game know now we got to back up what Johnny just said to the media, which is I don't have a problem with that. But you're writing checks that your players got to cash, and also that this Browns team is going to write on the bulletin board. Just how it is. I'm not saying it's going to be the reason they lose, but yeah, Myles Garrett and those guys are going to definitely be they're going to, as soon as Jameer gets a handoff, they're going to be in their head, let's go. It's time to prove, can we handle this rushing attack? And they might not be able to. I don't know. We'll see on Sunday. But yeah, I think it's interesting. I don't know. Johnny, I like that he is. I do like it a little bit of him kind of. You don't want to do it all the time, but there are times where it is good. Maybe you do that. Maybe you do it to the media. Maybe you don't. But I don't mind that he did it. I don't mind.
Yeah.
it. I don't really mind it. He's firing up his guys. We'll see what happens, man.
Did you see, by the way, talking offense? I saw Jeremy Reisman post this today. Jared Goff has beaten 29 of the 32 NFL teams. Do you know who the 3 are?
No.
That he has left?
Patriots?
Beat the Patriots. I'll give you a couple guesses here.
Browns? Are they Browns one of them?
He's beaten the Browns.
I'll
say this. They're all AFC teams. 3 AFC teams.
Bills.
Bills are one. Yep, that's one of them.
I'll say
we play another team this year. It's a team that we actually play this year, so he'll be able to get it off.
Steelers.
Yep. And then one more. I'll give you a hint. Let me think about how I can say this hint without giving it away. We've talked about this game that Jared played versus team before. And it's actually a significant moment in your life. And of crunch time. Kind of. Not crunch time. We weren't around at this time when he played them with the Lions.
Oh. It's not the it's so you said it's not the Patriots. He beat the Patriots. I don't know.
Think about it for you. Significant.
Why is it
about it
for me? Why are you saying that? What
Think about it, dude. Like as soon as you hear it, you'll be like, okay, now I get it.
For me.
Yep.
He beat Kansas City.
Think about maybe a type of comeback or something.
Oh, the Texans?
No.
Oh, they
won. Yeah, they won.
I don't know.
Game you might have been at?
Oh, wait. No, I went to 49ers.
No, you weren't at that game. It's an AFC team. I love how you thought you were so confident. You were like, the 49ers.
Dolphins?
Yeah. This guy, bro. That was we talked about that like a week ago.
I was at that game. Yeah.
And they were up, they came back, Dolphins come back.
Right.
That was tough.
I just don't think about the Dolphins because it's like surprising, I guess.
He's never beat the Dolphins, dude. I believe it's the Dolphins. I think the 13 was the Dolphins.
Yeah, I don't know why I said the 49ers. That one.
I was like, all the hints was like AFC. You were at the game, and you're like, 49ers. Like you weren't even at the game, dude.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. Yeah, I guess.
I do like how the light bulb in your head clicked. Like you were like, I got it. You're so far.
I guess
off.
I'm just surprised. I guess he hasn't really played them a lot then.
No, I mean he's been I was thinking that today. Like he's been in the NFC his whole career, so like it makes sense that the 3 left are AFC opponents because he just hasn't played AFC a lot. And you don't play those divisions all the time, and it rotates.
So Bills,
he should have.
Dolphins.
He should have had. Honestly, he should have had the Dolphins at least that game. They should have won that game. It felt like, and then the Steelers time that they played, they tied him.
Wasn't he out that game?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know, but I know they tied the Steelers.
Boyle game. That was a Tim Boyle
I think he did play though.
Oh.
Because when I went through it earlier to figure out the team, I went through his game logs, and the Steelers was on his game log, which means he probably participated. Tim could have played at some point in that game.
Oh yeah, you might be right.
But I just know it was in his game log, so he obviously stepped on the field.
I'm thinking of that because that was a disgusting game. That was like the Mason Rudolph. I thought Tim Boyle played.
It was like 2020 or something like that. It was just an ugly football game. But then the Bills last year, he had an opportunity to beat the Bills, didn't get it done.
Yeah, the Bills was that shootout.
That game still breaks my heart, dude. We posted so much, and we posted so much content like pregame. Like I did like the videos at Ford Field, being like, "We're gonna beat the Bills," like with Bills fans. And then I did, and then the old Kool-Aid video from the week before, there was like hundreds of comments on it from after the Bills game. Like, "Where's this guy at?"
I did not even. I mean, he'll get one of those this year. He'll get the Steelers.
So hopefully, yeah. And it's at home. Steelers at home.
That's fair. What do we think of just in the trap game narrative with this game?
No, not a trap game.
You don't think there's a such thing as a trap game?
Listen, I think there's 2 things that get thrown around in the NFL a lot: trap games and must wins. I think you have to very carefully choose your wording when you bring those up, because I think every time you play a bad team or a team that you might think is very far off of your level, I think it's easy to be like, oh, trap game. And then I think if it's like, if you just want your team to win, you automatically, fans or people who cover the team will just automatically be like, it's a must win. Just because you want them to win. You're like, hey, I feel like they should win this game. Like, that's every game, in my opinion. But the trap, it's like, if they were, I'll say this, Jeff, if they weren't coming off a win versus the Packers, I would say maybe more so a trap. But they are coming off like an emotional win, a pretty good high. And typically teams coming off of something like that, especially a bad team, a little bit more down. And I don't know. I don't think it's like a game. Like, yeah, their defense is good. The way the Lions are playing right now compared to what the Packers did last week, night and day difference. So I'm not too worried. And the Packers were on the road too. You're at home.
Yeah. Yeah. Which I think I think when it comes to the definition of a trap game, I think this is the definition of a trap game, whether or not the Browns, because it's short week. It's a team that that isn't that good. It's like,
I just think there's more context. Like when trap games, like you're looking at teams that like are
after a
fighting.
big win. It's like
after a big win though, they're high, and then the next week they're going to be down because they were so high the week before. Like I think it's different. I think a team that's struggling a little bit more, that's like trying, like a trap game coming off of playing a team that their head coach just got fired. That's a big trap game.
Yeah, but wouldn't you agree?
Really stopped you in your tracks there.
No, because I
were
think
a little like,
actually is exactly the definition of one, like a big emotional win, short week. Browns coming off a win over the Packers. It's a team you look past. You know what I'm saying? Like, isn't that the definition of a trap game?
I guess, man. I don't know. I don't think this is a trap game.
If this isn't a trap game, like, what is a trap game on the schedule? Like, I don't know. Like,
I mean, you might not have one because you just have such a tough schedule.
So there's no such thing as a trap game.
No, I guess not. And if I'm being honest, over the last 2 seasons, like, let me look real quick. I'm interested in this. Every time, I mean, I call a spade a spade. Every time the Lions are big favorites, they win over the last 2 years. There's no such thing as a trap game with this Lions team.
Okay, all right. So, that's the other discussion. Is it a trap game? Yes. Do I believe the Lions are prone to losing these trap games? No, I think they're a team that has shown under Dan Campbell that they don't sleep on teams. They do a really good job of staying ready for opponents, even no matter how bad they may be, or a team that you might write off, or a team you might look past. You know, I don't think the trap narrative, I think it exists, but I think this Lions team has done a really good job with that.
Yeah, over the last 2 years.
On paper, this is a trap game. This is a trap game.
Again, it's like a must win. Like, we can agree to disagree. I don't feel like it is, because I feel like this Lions team is going to go in there and dominate either way. So, like a trap game, it's like, there's a chance this team can be. Do I think they're? No, not worried.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm not going to say the Browns are going to win, but I think it's like, hey, you got to get up and play this team. They just beat the Packers. Like, they can't walk all over them all the time, you know. I think I think Dan Campbell's approaching it the exact same way. Like, I think he's telling his team, like, hey guys, like, I know it's let's not get too lackadaisical against the Browns here. Like, they got a good defense.
This guy loves his trap games, man.
No, I think this is the first time I've ever thrown out. I don't throw around trap game.
I see. If I'm being honest with you, all jokes aside, I see exactly what you're saying with the trap game. Short week.
You think this Lions
great defense
where they're just like not.
Yeah,
which I get. I understand.
Like, look at the last 2 years. Like in 2023, their losses were Seattle, who that you can't say that Seattle game was a trap game. They were coming off the Kansas City win, but like, we've struggled, going into that game. I think you remember the past with Seattle. Like, we struggled to beat Seattle for years. So I think people were going into that game already some people were picking the Lions to lose. That's one of the losses. The Ravens was a loss, which I don't think people were thinking they were going to lose. The Packers, a divisional game. The Bears, divisional game. And the Cowboys, where they got screwed by the refs. So that was like 2023. So they didn't lose any trap games. And then last year, obviously, Tampa, not a trap game. That's another contender in the conference. And then the Buffalo Bills, a Super Bowl contender. So over the last 2 years, like, every time a trap game has approached and they've come up on a trap game, what have they done? They've dominated. Even last year, like, can we go through last year's schedule? Who do you think your trap game was? Like Arizona, I think we talked about last year, week 3 on the road.
Yeah.
Guess what? They went in and they dominated that whole game. They only won by 7, but there was never a chance in that game where we all were like a little nervous. I remember that whole week where the whole game where we were like, we're good. Like D-Mont had a big game. Another trap game. I think people might have talked about the Tennessee Titans. Am I wrong about that?
Yeah. Maybe.
I think that conversation got brought up. Either way, they won 52-14.
Yeah, that one was. Their defense.
The defense. They had the great secondary. The Jacksonville Jaguars was one that people talked about. They won 52-6. The Colts was one that people talked about on the road. They won 24-6. And then that was probably all the trap games last year. And they literally just went and just blew these teams out of the water.
Yeah, that's fair. Now we're talking about legit, like confidence in them actually winning the. Yeah, I think they're going to take care of it.
I think you need to listen to Greg.
I don't believe in trap games. Move on. Well, Greg.
I love the move on part. That kills me.
Yeah, like Greg's TDing the show.
We have been looking for a producer for the show. If you can throw
Greg,
your application, send an email to Jeff.
Yeah, well, Greg, I think it's important to say, Greg, your reality is not reality. Sometimes we each have our own reality. I can say I don't believe in, I don't believe in stopping at red lights. Doesn't mean I cannot. I have to stop at red lights. Just because I don't believe in something doesn't mean it's not true. So as much as
your reality is not reality.
Yeah, Greg, you don't have to believe in trap games, but trap games are the reason why teams lose. But I think that's what speaks volumes to what Dan's done with the Lions is they don't really lose those type of games, which is good.
For sure.
Good on him, man. Like the Packers. I don't care if they were missing who they were missing. That was a bad loss by the Packers. That's a bad loss. Like you lose, not even lose. It's not like the Bills Lions game where they lose like 48-45 or what was it? 40, whatever it was. They lost 13-10, dude. They lost 13-10. I mean, that's
people said Jordan Love was an MVP candidate. He's still like top 5 favorite to win it, and that man put up 10 points in Cleveland.
Oh hell no! Not that. No. That game might have just got him out of that race, honestly. Unless he just throws 2 touchdowns a game and throws for like 4,500 yards and they win like 14 games. But there's no way that game's stained, man. That's bad. That's a bad loss by him. So I don't know. Flair says, listen, 41-year-old Joe Flacco is not beating this football team, and I'm 40 and Italian, and I love pocket quarterbacks.
So Flair Savage is literally just Joe Flacco.
Yes. Yes.
He said, I'm 40 and Italian. So is Joe Flacco. 40 and Italian out there playing.
Shout out to you. Sound Service says, any given Sunday, anyone can win. The trap game is BS. You win or lose. That's it. I mean, that's a way to simplify it, I guess. I mean, you can't look past any NFL team, obviously.
No.
You can't.
But if you're that much better, just like the examples I gave last year, like, don't overlook the Tennessee Titans. Okay, we'll beat them by 50. Oh, don't overlook who was the other team. Don't overlook the Jaguars. We'll beat them by 40. They're just teams you're that much better than. I would have to think the Lions are that much better than the Cleveland Browns.
It's like Peaceful Tim says, we're 2-1, sitting at 2-2 versus 3-1 is a bigger difference than one might think. You are correct. Very correct. Especially in just general, yeah.
Do you see the game, the Chiefs game this week? Chiefs-Ravens?
Oh.
They're both 1-2. One team's going to be 1-3 and have to like really battle back. So the Peaceful Tim's right.
Isn't the NFL just great? I mean, isn't the NFL
it's the best, dude.
That's gonna be an amazing game, dude. 1-2 teams, Pat Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. Where's
one of them's gonna end up 1-3. It's an Arrowhead. One of them's gonna be 1-3 on Sunday night. Like that's what an incredible match. And you know what we have Sunday night too? I think it's this Sunday.
Is it
Green Bay on the road in Dallas with Micah in Dallas?
Oh.
I'd say, how do they do this, dude? Like, you tell me there's not a script. What are we doing here? You got 1-3 Baltimore Ravens and a 1-3 Chiefs team going up against each other. And you got the Green Bay Packers in week 4 going on the road to Dallas. And somehow, some way they picked them to be Sunday Night Football when they released the schedule 6 months ago. Like they knew this was going to happen. Come on, dude.
Yeah, that's
Roger Goodell's got some type of black magic going on in that office, man.
But yeah, something's good. Yeah, these matchups make too much sense. It's like I don't
easy,
really
dude.
What was this guy? Oh, Motown says the Panthers in 22. That was.
But again, that's too far out. We're talking about the last 2 seasons. That team hadn't even made the playoffs yet when they played them. I could go back to 2018 and be like, I bet you there was a trap game that Matthew Stafford lost.
Well, it was this regime. It was just a different team.
Yeah, but it's a different team. They haven't even at that time they didn't even make a play. They didn't make the playoffs that year.
They had Isaiah Buggs playing.
Yeah. I mean, Jamal Williams was your running back. He's out of the league right now. Or he might be.
No, I think you're actually right on that.
The year after, dude, he signed like a big 3-year deal. Like, I think it was like 3 years, $6 million or $7 million a year with the Saints. And I think, like, how many yards did Jamal Williams get with the Saints?
Honestly, I hate saying this because I actually really like Jamal. Like, I think Jamal is a person. Like, he was great with the
great human, dude.
But I think him signing that deal was the best thing for the Lions ever.
Yeah, but I think it was the worst thing for his career.
No, yes, but the Lions offered him, and he went to best thing because then they signed David Montgomery.
Agreed. Yeah, no, I'm right there with you on that one.
The best thing that could have happened to the Lions was him taking that offer.
What was the deal he signed? He signed a 3-year, $12 million deal, 4-year average. The Lions, I think, offered him the same thing from if I remember the rumors correctly. He had 1,000 yards in Detroit, 17 touchdowns. He's had 450 yards since and 2 touchdowns in the last 2 seasons.
Yeah.
He hasn't even hit 1,000 yet in 2 years. Like that's nuts. He had 164 last year.
That was the best. That was the best thing for the Lions, man. They would have had Jamal and Jahmyr Gibbs, which like
that has to be the worst thing as a player. Like having a season like that and it being like one of the greatest probably years of your life in your career. And then just like trying to chase that down again and just never get into that. Like that has to be the worst feeling, dude. I would hate that.
That was a career decision. That was an absolute career decision. I mean, you left the team that you got 1,000 yards with that O-line. You go to the Saints. I mean, that's what happens, man. That's why the Lions, it used to be the Lions do that to players. It's crazy how it's the opposite now. The Lions used to be the places where coaches and players go to die.
Yeah.
Now it's like players
leave the Lions, you die. Josh Reynolds. Never the same.
Jamal Williams, never the same.
There's got to be more out there, right? Who else is there?
What do you think? Kevin Zeitler's thriving in Tennessee right now? Probably not. Love Kevin Zeitler. Shout out. But
what's he? Do you have PFF up? Where's he ranked? Imagine he's like top 5.
Yeah, he is.
That would be crazy.
He's okay. He's been okay with them. He's 30th in the league. 30th among guards, 45th among pass blockers, and 20th among run blockers. It's actually
pretty good. That's not bad.
It's not what he was last year. He was 4th in run blocking, the 5th highest guard. Yeah. So he got worse. I mean, that's what I mean.
He got worse.
Yeah. Purple Prince's Buggs won a Super Bowl the year he left.
Yeah, dude, Buggs, come on.
Dude, he was like defensive tackle 5.
I don't think Buggs was active for one game when he left in the Chiefs. I think he just has a ring for just being on like the practice squad. I don't even know if he practiced.
Yeah, he was like defensive tackle like 47. I mean, I don't know if we can give him that.
He said Buggs has a ring. That's so funny, man.
Yeah, he
congrats to him.
Congrats to him. Awesome.
Is he on a team right now?
No. Let me see.
I'll be interested.
He was in the UFL, the San Antonio.
I mean, I thought he won a Super Bowl though. Shouldn't he be on a roster?
Purple Princess has got a ring and we don't. All I'm saying. I mean, that's fair.
Who cares, dude? That's not fair. What are you talking about, dude?
I mean, you get it. He's got a ring.
He didn't do anything for his ring. He signed a practice squad deal and he never practiced. Dude, I don't care. Do you know how many random NFL players has a ring that like you have never heard of?
If I was one of those guys, I'd still be flaunting that ring.
Bro, the Towel Boy gets a ring. And you're saying he's better than the Lions because he has a ring and we don't?
I'd still be flexing. No, not the Lions. I'm saying he's us.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I don't care. I don't want a ring.
I don't care if I was a Towel Boy. I'd be flaunting that ring everywhere, dude. If I played one snap and won a ring, I'd be like, I've got
a championship ring. You don't have one?
No.
I have a real championship ring, real diamonds.
Well, the Purple Princess, you guys are talking about players that left Detroit. You can't just cherry pick. Well, okay.
We can. I mean, what did Isaiah Buggs do since then? What he did nothing for
now
that.
You're losing me, Purple Prince.
Yeah.
Like, most players that have left Detroit.
I mean, using Isaiah Buggs is like the cherry pick. Like, what about Isaiah Buggs? That's the worst example of all time.
Yeah, I'm actually with. I mean, if we're
What are you
doing that,
talking about? Isaiah Bucks. He
We're
was
not-
just playing in the UFL.
Yeah, I'm talking.
Like,
I'm
if you're not talking about a downfall, that's
No.
the biggest one of all time.
Purple Prince. I'm talking about players thriving, not like getting a ring. I'm talking about individually thriving. Like
This guy said he got a ring.
Isaiah Bugs is not in the league. Like I can't say he's thrived after.
If Purple Prince would have been like CJ
DJ
Gardner
Chark.
Johnson, yeah, DJ Chark's out of the league. If he would have said like CJ Gardner Johnson, because CJ started on a Super Bowl winning team, I'd be like, okay, fair. Like that's a great poll. He gave the worst Bugs. Isaiah Bugs, who just played in the UFL.
Yeah, CJ Gardner Johnson might. Well, he's still been. cut
He's
by-
gone down now. But either way, CJ Gardner Johnson has a ring, and he actually played. Like he
played,
actually
yeah.
was a starter.
He played with a starter. Isaiah Bugs did not really contribute at all. But anyway, yeah,
That's such a wild conversation, bro. Like, what are you talking about? I almost said Marvin Jones. Shout out Marv, man.
Yeah, shout out Marvin Jones.
My interaction with Marvin Jones. I've told you about that, right?
I think so.
But brutal interaction, man. Like all time, like Booner, what are you doing? Type like.
Yeah, he used to be around the Woodward offices for a little
All the
bit.
time, and
Yeah, we see him.
he literally. I walked in one day. Shout out Jesse. I said, "What up to Jesse?" I walk in. I didn't know Marvin Jones knew who I was. Like I think he said my name. Like, and I went up, like said something to him, and then I turned around, I start walking, and he's like trying to talk to me, and I just head turned.
You Hollywooded.
Did
Marvin.
not mean to. I didn't mean to. And I went to the back. Lentz was back there. And I go, it hit me what I did, and I said, "Oh no!" So I went back to go say something. Gone. I was like, "Oh, it's a bad look for me. Bad look, dude." I didn't realize he was talking to me. He was trying to have a good conversation with me. He said, "What's
He's
up,
like,
Booner?"
You walk away. He's like, "Fuck that guy, man."
Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked. He was so nice, dude. He knew my name. He said, "What's up, Booner?" I said, "Oh, what's up?" Dapped him up. Started walking away. Started talking to me. Total
He's like,
ignore.
This guy sucks, man. Yeah,
tough.
Marvin Jones will never forget. Booner blew him off.
If he sees me again, he might be like, "Yeah, this guy."
Dude, you know who that guy's met, dude. You don't even worry about it. He probably. What if he goes? Oh, you're the guy. Oh yeah. How's it going? You're the asshole. All right. Screw about it. Screw you, bro. No, he's cool. Marvin Jones, one of the nicest guys. One of the nicest.
He was such a good dude, though.
Yeah, he's one of the nicest guys ever, man. Honestly, definitely a more
That's
underrated.
probably why he retired mid-season. It's crazy. It was during when he was not playing. Like it was like when he was kind of taking some time off. Remember when all that happened? It was during that. So it was good to see him. Good dude. Great human.
Well, before we get Caleb on, I have to tell you about our friends over at Sleeper. So allow me to do that because Sleeper Fantasy is the app you should be using. It's one of the fastest organically growing fantasy platforms in the entire world. One of the biggest, and I'm sure many of you use it. It's got one of the highest levels of engagement per user in the entire industry. And at Sleeper, it's not just about sports. It's about building personal connections and lasting memories. A one-stop shop for all your sports needs. That's what Sleeper is. They got Sleeper Picks as well. It's a real money product. Very simple. You choose more or less than the predicted stats from a game-to-game basis for the NFL. You could do the NFL or even across different sports. You can do it pregame, live. You just pick more or less. On Sleeper, you get up to 1,000x payouts. Use the code CT Sports. Get a $100 deposit match up to $100. Shout out to our friends at Sleeper for sponsoring the show, as always. It's time to get into our NFL over-unders for the Lions-Browns game because we did it last week. And we hit a bunch of overs. And
how many did we get right?
We got David Jameer right. I don't know if we got
Did Jameer go over?
Yeah, because they were low, like 40 something. Remember he had like 60 yards.
We did last week. We did Jameer's all purpose.
Oh, I don't know.
Like 80 something.
I don't know then. I don't know about his all purpose. Maybe not. David obviously went over. Amon-Ra went over. I think they might have been right on the line. A couple of
67 plus 32.
His line might have been like 71.5 or something.
Jameer got 100 on the dot.
Oh, then yeah, he went over.
By the way, I just want to throw this out there. I hit a parlay last night in that Thursday night game. I sent it to you. I showed you that the parlay we talked about. I had another parlay in DraftKings. No free ads, actually. Take that back. Not in any other sports book.
It's in a popular sports book. You were
I did it in Sleeper. It was in Sleeper, and I had 80 yards. I had 80 yards for JSN. He had that last one, bro. All I needed was 80 yards from JSN to win like decent amount, and they threw him the rock, and he catches it. I needed 23 yards. He gets tackled with 22 yards, and he was 1 yard short. And he stretched out for the 23rd yard and got pulled back. And I replayed it like 10 times to see. And he was like, it was clearly like there was no argument to be made. Like it was 22 yards, and I needed 23. And I was just hoping that like maybe they would mismark it or something. And I ended it 1 yard short last night of hitting that parlay.
No, that's he had 79.
79. I needed 80 on the other one.
Yeah. I hit like 80. He had like 79 yards in a quarter, I felt like.
Yeah, he had 0 in the first half. So if he had anything in the first half, he would have been good. That was such a good game now down the stretch. I just read. All right, ignore me. Let's hit these over-unders. Let's do
it. Talk to me here. I'm a little curious with these over-unders now. Get a better defense. So I don't know what.
We got any music today?
I gotta get the track. We're transitioning here. I can't find the rate because most of these things.
You are.
So.
You are. Okay, let's do it. What?
No, I'm not transitioning. We're going through a transition. Yeah, okay. Well, we're not. We're going through a little thing on the show here with the streaming platform. So I lost some of the tracks we had. So it sucks.
Such a good track too. We need to find like one of those websites where we can get like any tracks we want. I've actually reached out to people that work at bigger companies to figure that out, and the response that I got was, "I don't think I could tell you." Like, is this the FBI, dude? Like we're friends that I have, like people that I go to for information. Sorry, I can't give you our music or non-copyrighted music. Where do we get it from? What? All right. First one, Jared Goff, Jeff Iafrate. His over-under today or Sunday, sorry, not today, Sunday, is 227.5. Last week, I believe it was around 260. It was 30, 40 yards higher, obviously going up against the Ravens Monday Night Football. They thought he was going to have a big week. This week, it's only at 227. Are you taking the over on this one?
Yeah, I'm going to take the over on this one. I know I took it last week, and Wait, did I take it last week? I think I went under and then over on Lamar, and then that's where we had a little we were talking about it. But I'm going to take the over this week. I think he's going to have a 250 passing yards, something like that. He had 200 this week against a really bad secondary because he didn't really need to. They ran the ball all over the Ravens. I think this week you're going to need more out of that passing game. So I think you're going to have a game where someone hits over 100 yards receiving. You're going to have some guys, obviously a bunch of different guys are going to catch the football. And I think Goff's going to get 250 passing yards or so. So give me the over here for Jared Goff against the Browns. I think so. Unless it's a blowout, he doesn't have to play, but I think it'll be a close game.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think it's going to end up being a pretty close, not close game. Sorry, take that back. But where there's going to be a lot of receivers involved. I think it's going to be that play action, like I've been saying all week long. I could be dead wrong on this, and they could run for 200 yards. The Detroit Lions could on Sunday. I think it's going to end up being they run for maybe 100 yards and they pass for 250. Like that's the game that I'm kind of envisioning here. I can see that. So I'm going to go the over for Jared Goff on that one. What about this? Usually we don't do the other team. What do you think with Joe Flacco? His is 219.
What's he even had on the season? That's what I guess I'd have to see because I haven't really paid attention to Joe Flacco. He's had 290, 199, 142. I'm going to go under. Go under. Yeah. I think he clears maybe 200. I don't think he hits that over. I'm going to go under for Joe Flacco here. I know they're going to be down. They're going to be down, so I guess that's a fair argument.
Yeah.
But you know what? No, I'll go over because I think he's going to have to. He's going to have to. The Packers game was low scoring. I guess it is fair, so they'd be a little more conservative. But no, I'm going to go over because he's probably going to throw the ball a shit ton because once they're down by 2 touchdowns, what are you going to do? He's not going to run the ball a ton. They're not going to run the ball a ton. So I'll go over on that. I'll go over on that.
Okay. Yeah, I think there's going to be I still think he throws for over 220. I think it's just they're going to be down and throwing the whole time. Let's go running backs here. First one, I'm going to start it off here. Jahmyr Gibbs. Typically, I would just go rushing yards. He's at 63.5, but his total yards rushing and receiving is at 94.5. So they think he's going to get around 95 plus, almost 100. Would you take the over on that? Do you think Jahmyr Gibbs has a big game? I am a little shocked at his line. Like, it is the Browns, so like seeing 63, I guess, is a little lower. It's probably usually around 70, but that's still like that's a bigger line. Rushing is 63. The total is about 95.
It has been. They've been disrespected. Finally, the sports books are moving up, dude. He's been at like 40, like he's been at like 50, 40 something. I'm like, do you know what kind of back you're dealing with? What are we doing here? Like, I bet 40 yards last week for rushing. It was almost even money. It's like, I don't know. But this week, yeah, I don't know. I think this Browns defense is a better rushing defense. They are. They I think the Lions will be able to run the ball, but it ain't going to be like it was last week. So, I think all purpose, I'm going to go under. I think he has, I can see like 70, 80 all purpose. I just don't think they're going to run all over the Browns. I don't see that. I don't, unless but you never know. Jahmyr could have a steady game and then break off a 60-yard run and just like make up for it. But
yeah,
I don't know. I have a feeling it's going to be another Demon game. That's the feeling.
So let me just lead to that then. Demon's is at 46.5. Typically, that feels like around the same line as it was last. I do not remember the exact line last week. It was in the 40s. I know week 1 or week 2, it was in the 30s, high 30s, which is really weird for a Demon. But now it's at 46.5 for Demont. That feels, after the game that he had, feels a little low. Like, I feel like if they weren't playing the Browns and let's say they were playing, I don't know, the Commanders, going into this week, or maybe like the Bucks. I know those are still good defenses, but they're not the Browns, the best rush defense in the NFL. I feel like his line after last week should be 55 plus, personally. But he's at 46. I think he gets it too. I think he goes over. I feel like that's pretty low for a guy like David Montgomery.
I'm going over on Demont. I think between the tackles here is going to be important. I know they have Mason Graham, but Myles Garrett, you're not going to run to his side. So
yeah,
unless you're running to the other edge they got. I don't know his name, but he's not Myles Garrett, obviously. So if you're either running to the edges with Jahmyr there or between the tackles, I think they'll have more success. So I think Demont, another big game by him, I think. So I'll hit the over on that. He's going to get at least like 50, 60 yards.
Let's go offensive receiving yards. Let's go receiving yards here. And I'm going to go back and forth between Lions and Browns players as well. I want to get some Browns guys in here. Let's do Amon-Ra St. Brown is over under his 67.5, Jeff. Last week, what did he have last week? Let me pull this up real quick.
He might have had around that number.
He had 77 last week, so he was over, and that was kind of a weird week for him. Honestly, you know what's crazy is me and you actually talked about it all week. It was such a weird, it felt like a weird game for Amon-Ra, but it just, every time they needed a play, it was made. And then did you hear him talking about the play breakdown or oh yeah, actually you did. I heard it on the show that you do on Wednesdays. That's crazy that the play just broke down. Tesla, the 4th down that they convert to basically win the game. Tesla has no clue what route he's running. He's asking everyone. Amon-Ra doesn't know what he's doing or what Tesla's doing. Jamo was like, I have no clue. Like, they had no clue what they were doing. And luckily, Jared Goff and Amon-Ra just made a play, but his over-under is 67.5. What do you think on that?
I'm going to go over because I think the passing game, just kind of go with Goff. I think I'm going to go over here. I think Amon-Ra has a big day. I know he had 60 yards. It felt like a lot more. But I think he's going to be upwards close to 100 yards, I think. Okay. I know Denzel Ward would love him, but
yeah.
The way Amon-Ra is playing right now, him and Jared are playing at a high level, so I don't see it changing.
I'm going to be honest with you because I know we do have to get to different things here. Amon-Ra, Jamo, and Sam Laporta, the way their lines are set this week because they are going up against the Browns, all three of their lines, in my opinion, are low. I think they're very low. And I think if Jared Goff is going to hit 230 plus, I think all three of these go over. Like, I think there's a world on Sunday, Jeff. I know it's a great defense. I think there's a world on Sunday I parlay all three of them. Because Jamo's at 45.5 and Sam Laporta's at 38.5. Those three feel like Jamo, that's 2 catches. Sam Laporta's going to get 4 for 40. And Amon-Ra, that's the one that you might be sweating out a little bit just because of that. But are you taking the overs with Jamo and Sam? It's 45.5 and 38.5.
I'm with you on that, actually, because, I mean, we're talking about 250 passing yards. We got to get there somehow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if Amon-Ra gets 80, JMO gets, 60, 70. Now we're at 150. It's like, well, you got to get to 250. So if you throw in Sam Laporta 40, we're at 190. You know what I'm saying? Like these guys are going to hit the over. I'm with you. So yeah, it's not as crazy as it sounds when you actually break it down. Like it makes sense.
So you're talking about just 40, 50, that's 90 and 70. You're talking about 160.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
That's not that crazy. And then you're talking about like Jameer, maybe some. Do you think they both hit their overs, all three of them?
Yeah, I do. And the passing game, yes, I do. I think
that.
they're going to have. I think they're going to.
What about these? What about these? Like, and actually, I think I might take this one too. I might maybe lower the line to 40 a little bit. Jerry Jeudy's 50.5 right now.
I don't know about that one. I don't know if I trust him. What's he gotten in the games?
He had 66 versus the Bengals. He had 51 versus the Ravens and 17 versus the Packers.
So he's hit the under twice.
No, he's hit the over twice.
Oh, what was the line at?
50.5.
Oh, so
the
over twice.
The lay of the day and put him at 40.
I don't know. I don't trust him, man. I hate it. I want to go over because he's going to have to pass, and that's the only target they got. But he'll probably get 12 targets, catch like 5 of them.
All right, let's do a exercise here. I'm going to give you 4 players, and I'm going to give you their over-unders. You have to pick one to go over. I'm going to give you 3, actually, because I'm going to take Jerry Jeudy out because you already said you don't think he's going to get it.
No, I said over.
Oh, over. Okay, then let me do these 3 then. Let's do it.
Jared Jeudy will get over.
David Njoku is 39.5. Cedric Tillman, 33.5. And Harold Fannin, 31.5. You have to pick one to go over. Who are you picking?
Besides, so Jerry's over. I would say Harold Fannin. He has 30.
31.5.
Yeah, he's low, 31.
Yeah, and he leads our team in receiving yards, and he's like the lowest one out of all of them.
Yeah,
which is crazy. That's crazy.
That
feels kind of like a steal, actually.
Yeah, it's super low for whatever reason. I don't know who's guarding who. Maybe Jack Campbell's on him. Maybe put a little bit of Jack Campbell on him, or maybe
it's probably gonna be Enzo.
Yeah, maybe mix it up there.
I haven't watched. I need to go back. Like maybe tonight or tomorrow, I'll go watch some full, like a little bit of Browns film. I don't know if they're going like 2 tight end set, having David Njoku and Harold Fannin out there at the same time, or if it's kind of like split snaps.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because if they're both there out there at the same time, not like whoever's in the nickel. Probably, branch. I don't know. Well,
that's what they've been talking about with Meek, because Meek's, even if they have like packages where they need a nickel, Brian can play nickel. So it's like tough for the Meek. It's like,
but who plays safety? I guess you don't need.
If they have like one safety, they'd be
I guess you don't need that. Yeah.
But you see how it's like a little weird of a fit with all those guys. Like sometimes it's like with Calvin's new defense, it's like
it's tough, bro.
You get single high safety, Kirby's out there, need a nickel. It's like, well, Brian goes to nickel. It's like, where does the meat go? That's why they're trying to get him out there more.
We do have a big guest.
Oh, what? Hold on. Maybe that's the new Caleb intro. Maybe instead of maybe we just go. Maybe. Whoa!
He's shaking his head. Yes, he's like, oh yeah.
Mr. Caleb Czarnik. Caleb, how we doing?
Good. That new intro's got a nice ring to it.
Wait, hold on.
I like that one. You like it? I mean, I got a little new swagger to me now. Shout out my boss Chandler for the flag in the back. Shout out Jeff for the new lighting. My lighting's been a disaster.
Why do you look?
Thank you. Like he's going on television right
now. Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't get much better than this here. God, I mean, this is.
You look incredible. Did you get a haircut? Are you freshly shaven too?
Freshly shaven.
This guy's different.
See a little bit. Haircut next Thursday. So
take the hair off.
Next Friday.
Take the hat off.
Be crazy. No, come on, dude. It's a mess right now. Don't do that to me.
I want to throw an olive branch out there. I know we've talked about haircuts and where we go. I will be there tomorrow morning, Caleb, if you would like to join.
No, he's the show.
I have a show.
Oh, the show. Yeah, sorry. Okay. I retract my invitation.
We're going to see him later in the day, of course.
I've been going through a transformation of myself when it comes to hair. Jeff's been pushing me to grow this beard out and telling me to, and I have been absolutely battling, being like, this is the worst looking thing of all time.
No, Boone, it looks good. It looks
good.
So?
I
think the chat would agree. It's really, it's coming in, dude.
Okay. I've wanted to shave it every day this week. Jeff will FaceTime me, and I'll hop on FaceTime and be like, dude, I look so, I feel scruffy. I feel like a bum, to be honest.
No, dude, it looks good.
If you shave it, you look like a thumb, Boone. Don't do that. Don't.
But tomorrow I'm going to say, hey, can you fade the beard a little bit into the hair? Can you line it up? So we'll
Good.
yeah. But I'm like maybe trim it up a little bit because there's like a couple stragglers in there. Maybe just. But
I mean, the beard looks good.
Yeah, I feel there's a world where I do like look in the mirror and I'm like, I feel like I'm actually my age. Like before I had no hair and I'm like,
are you just now able to grow a beard?
Kind of, yeah. Like I've just never tried. I've always just shaved. Like I've always just like I've only kept this usually, and I just trim everything else. I've been able to like if I actually pushed through it, I probably could have a couple years ago. I just never like I've always just shaved it because once it gets to a certain point, I'm like, this is the worst. I got to get rid of this.
I can't grow one, and I really want one. So
you got to just push through. To be honest, dude.
Well, no, I'm
sure you have it.
I'm pushing as hard as I can. I can't get one. Like I'm just not able to get one.
This is the first time we're getting to talk to you with.
Here we go.
I mean,
it's not actually a bad conversation right now.
No, it's a better conversation than what we would have had with you last Friday. So where you at, Caleb? Where you at with all this shit, man? Your thoughts on the Tigers?
Can I say I don't know?
That was the longest.
Come on.
Because it is just a whirlwind of emotions. I mean, that Cleveland series was devastating. Obviously, you take game 3. That is huge because you could still get into the playoffs. You win tonight. Houston loses tonight. You're in. And you still have a shot at the AL Central. It's a long shot, but you have one. Look, this is one of, and I'll start with the negatives. This is one of obviously the biggest collapses in not just sports, but all of humanity of a group of guys. Just a terrible, pathetic collapse of a baseball team. Everyone to blame. Players, Scott Harris not adding at the trade deadline, a weird offseason, ownership not giving Scott Harris what he needs to spend in the offseason. But I don't know. Look, I posted a TikTok. Make sure to follow us on TikTok. I said at this point, I don't even know if I want this team to make the playoffs. And I was driving to work this morning and I said, stop being a pussy, Caleb. I mean, if they get in the playoffs, who knows what happens in October. Just get into the dance, see what happens. And hopefully they spark some magic in October if they make it. But got to win tonight. Got to hold this lead 3-2.
Yeah, I can't believe that they have to win this game tonight.
They have to. I mean, they almost just blew it there. Casey Mize just got pulled. Kyle Finnegan gave up a sac fly, so it's 3-2 now. But, I mean, there's just a lot of things this team is not doing well. I mean, guys, they strike out so fucking much. They strike out more than I think it's even humanly possible to do. It's like a joke when you look at their strikeout numbers. They have the 5th most strikeouts in baseball, which is something they didn't do in the beginning of the year. This is just something that has happened the past 2 months. I mean, they just strike out in the biggest spots, and that includes your best player in Riley Green, who's a 200 strikeout guy, which is an issue in my opinion. But I mean, when you get in those big spots with runners in scoring position, you just got to put the ball in play somehow. It's the strikeout numbers are ridiculous.
Yeah, that's we had I know Chris is joining your show tomorrow, right?
He is, yeah. Joining tomorrow. We're gonna talk some Tigers. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. I know Boone asked him. It was a great question too. Just for the playoffs, like players that he's looking for to step up, and he went into it and kind of dove in. Who are some guys you're looking at, Caleb? If you want some success here in terms of winning a playoff series, I know he actually brought up an interesting thing too that there's going to be a tough decision here with Tarik Scubal when it comes to picking. What was it to play him either in game 1 of the postseason?
They announced he's pitching Sunday. So
officially,
they announced he's pitching Sunday. Cleveland's losing tonight.
Hold on.
Yes.
Scenario, and I know what these things have to happen, but we need to have we're at the point to where, and I know a lot of people in the chat, and you know this, I run into this scenario a lot, like in real life when I talk to people that we talk about, hey, watch the show, all this. A lot of people are like, oh, you jinx them if you talks about it. We talk this for a living, so we have to talk about every scenario. I'm going to bring this scenario up. Tigers end up finishing this game off tonight, and let's say as well. Let's say tonight the Guardians lose. You have a 1-game lead on the division. Let's say tomorrow you win and you essentially clinch and they lose tomorrow and you clinch the division. I think Sunday you pull Scubal and say he's not playing Sunday.
Well,
if you won the division already.
Yes, if that's the scenario. If you won the division, you
Okay.
do not pit Scubal. Like,
Okay, I just want to confirm that. I took a long time to get to that scenario, but I guess I could have just led with
if I'm
that.
doing my math correctly, if we win tonight, Cleveland loses, we have a 1-game lead, and yeah, we win tomorrow, and they lose tomorrow.
You
we have
win
a
the
2-game
division.
lead. We win the division.
Yep.
And then you just don't pit Scubal. You pit
Well, to be
Scubal
honest,
game 1.
if you win tonight and Cleveland wins tonight or loses tonight, you could win tomorrow and win the division. No matter what happens.
Well, no, because Cleveland would have to lose because they have the tiebreaker. So then if if we lose
good
the
combo.
next 2, and Cleveland wins 1 of their next 2, they have the tiebreaker and they win that division. That's why these Cleveland just has our number. That's why these regular season matchups against Cleveland and
huge.
They're huge. I mean, you have to win them since there's no more game 163 and it's going to come down to a tiebreaker. And Cleveland had your number all year. That's why those regular season matchups are so big. And Cleveland just beat us every series. But Jeff, to answer your question, players I want to see step up. Riley Green is definitely one. I mean, he's sitting in the middle of your order. He's the guy you want to be your franchise player in the middle of the order, and he has to come up in the clutch, and he hasn't done that. Like I said, strikes out a ton, doesn't really get hits with runners in scoring position. And I mean, 2 other guys I want to see step up is the back end of your bullpen and Kyle Finnegan and Will Vest. Will Vest really struggled down the stretch, and that's a guy we're going to need closing games for us. And Kyle Finnegan in the 7th and 8th inning, we're going to need him to be nails. Like if we get a good start out of, like we saw at a Mize tonight, or, if we get a good Scubal start, we need Kyle Finnegan to come in and kind of shut the door and open the door for Will Vest to shut it down. So, I mean, Riley Green in the back end of your bullpen really need to step up. Not only in down the stretch here in these last couple games, but in October if we make it there.
Yeah, this is like.
This is crazy, dude. I mean, this is bizarre. This is just a total. And I'm gonna ask Chris kind of tomorrow, like how he's feeling mentally, just as a fan, because this has been crazy. I mean, I have never experienced something like this where you choke something away, but you still have an opportunity to like win the World Series. You know what I mean? It's like you still gotta, hold some hope. I mean, Boone, if you get in the dance and you beat Cleveland, and Chris said this yesterday. Boone, me and you talked on the phone. Boone, listen, me and you talked on the phone earlier, and Chris said it, and I think Chris.
No, I think what Chris said was if you win the Guardians
anything
series,
can happen.
He didn't say anything could happen. He said you forget about everything that happened.
Yes, well, no, you get, but what I'm
World
saying,
Series.
What I'm saying,
teams lost like 10 of 11.
I understand, but what I'm saying is that a team that has played like dog shit these past 2 months and choked away a 15.5 game lead in the division, you still have to all hope can't be crushed as a fan. It just can't.
No, it can't. No, listen. I think right now it's fair. If your hope's crushed, that's fair. Like to your point, like you're telling me this at 9:27. In the last 24 hours, you did a video being like, I don't want them to make the playoffs.
I get it.
And then 72 hours before that, I asked you, would you rather them miss the playoffs because of how bad they are? And you were like, no, they better be in the playoffs. No one should want them to miss it. And then 72 hours later, you're sitting here doing a video. I want them to miss it. And now today you're being like, fans should be like. You're all over the place,
Cleveland
dude.
series did a lot to me mentally, Boone.
Dude, you were all over the place. On top of that, you're being like, and they could still win the World Series.
No, that was a little bit hyperbole. I'm saying if they get into the dance, you want them to win the World Series. That's what I'm saying.
No, honestly, no. Like Chris brought up a good point yesterday. Like all you want out of them, especially for how bad they've been the last month, if they get in, you just want them to get farther than they did last year.
Yes,
if they get farther than last year, you're happy.
Expectation. World Series is not expectation. It's not after what just happened. If you were talking to me at Game 70, yeah. The World Series was the expectation. They were the best team in baseball. But now
100%.
But now it's the World Series is not the expectation. But as a fan, you should still be rooting for them.
I just wanted on record too, Caleb. One of my biggest bets of the baseball season was the Tigers to win 85 games. And a month ago, it was like, this is the easiest bet of all time. They are sitting at 86 right now. Like it was that close.
Yeah, which is so. I mean,
nuts, dude. They should have had
a month ago. You were counting your cash. Like,
oh, dude,
easy.
They should have had 100 wins, and they're just still sitting at 85, essentially.
Crazy,
nuts.
Just a crazy month and a half.
Let me put you in a scenario real quick before we do pick them. if you're the owner of the team and I call you up or I'm God or something, and I say, Caleb, after that collapse, you have to fire someone. No, one person has to take blame for what just happened, because this was embarrassing to my organization. You need to make a move, and you have anyone in the organization outside of Illich on the table. Who are you picking?
Well, I'm looking at Scott Harris after that trade deadline. That was the most embarrassing. I mean, this is on record where I've said it a million times. That was the most embarrassing trade deadline I have seen by a contending team, maybe ever. And this quote keeps getting brought back up where he's saying, I don't want to be haunted by making these moves and trading away prospects. Don't fucking give me that shit. You could have traded your 11th prospect and got a player that would have contributed to this team. He didn't trade for one position player.
They want to control the strike zone, Caleb. That's what they said.
He didn't trade for, guys, one position player. This team, and I'm tired of this, and I'll talk about this a little bit more.
The best team in baseball didn't make one good move at the trade deadline. That's
this
nuts.
Team, this philosophy he has that I want my team to be full of unsung heroes. It's just not going to work. It's just not going to work that way. You need more talent on this baseball team, and you didn't get it at the trade deadline. So, I mean, Boone, in this hypothetical scenario, and if you're forcing me to look at one guy, I'm looking at the guy that had his finger up his butt at the trade deadline when we needed help the most.
Very fair. That's
By the way, it's a tie game, 3-3, Caleb.
I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. Why did you even tell me that? I don't even want to do pick'em anymore.
We had to keep you up. We have to stay updated for the people. And by the way, Anakin's like, Booner, you jinxed him. In our profession, I've realized this very quick, boys. Unless we're gambling on a game and we're doing a live watch party, there's no such thing as jinxing in the media business. Like, unless you know what I'm saying? Like, because we can't. I said unless we're gambling or something.
Oh, so me at Ford Field?
That is something different. I'm talking about when we have takes. Like, we have to be able to have takes without being like you're jinxing them. Like, we give out takes for a living.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Like, we have these conversations for a living. That's one of my biggest pet peeves when people do that when I'm talking sports like this.
Well, let's get to pick 'em. It's
okay.
By the way, the updated the standings. Booner is in first with a record of 16-14-1.
Rick.
Oh no.
Klotz is second, 10-9-1. I'm in third, 15-15-1. Caleb's in fourth, 14-16-1. And then Mike is in last, 7-12-1.
Caleb, Mike is saving you for a back-to-back season.
I'm getting hot.
Yeah, he's having a rough outing. And so there's a game difference between me, Boone, and Caleb. All a game. It's a close one. So, Boone, you start. I'll go second. Caleb goes third.
Boone, I mean, what is Boone so giggly about right now?
Caleb's always been bad at pick'em. This guy has never. He always.
You know what's crazy too?
For 2 years we've done this now, and every week he goes, "I'm about to get hot." He has said that 20 times. He's never gotten hot.
I'm going to show you my bet slips on Sunday. I win my bets.
Why don't you pick them here then?
Because
you did call me. You called me Monday.
I really like if I pick 4 games on Sunday, the games I really like, I'll go 3-1. But then when I have to pick all the games, I shit in my pants.
You did call me on Monday, and you were like, "Dude, I won every bet on Sunday." And then pick them, you can't do it.
I want to. I mean, they're also over under totals and everything. So I don't know. No more excuses from me. I got to get hot somehow.
You know what we should do?
This is still close.
Do you know what we should do?
Week 3. There's a lot of football left, gentlemen.
As the commissioner of Crunch Time Pick'em, it's under consideration now, and I will take thoughts over the next 7 days from everyone in the Pick'em. Instead of just doing sides, I might open it up to over and unders too.
I love it.
So out of the 4, you get 4. You essentially have 4 options: over, under. You could pick a side. I might give opportunities instead of just having to pick a side to where you can pick an over and under too. Because if you don't like a side, it's like, why are we doing it? But you still have to pick something. So do you think the game's going to go over or under? I'm not this week. I want you guys all separately. People can text me. Give me your thoughts on it. Pitch to me if you like it or don't. I'll have a decision made by next Sunday or next Friday. It's a thought. It's out there. It's like right now I just wrote the bill up. The bill has been sent to the Senate. and it's going to be to the president soon. I don't know the order of all that happening, but not a government guy, but
I'll be the president.
Congress.
I like it.
We'll figure it
Congress. Yeah.
out. All right. Well, it's only a game difference. He's in front of me by a game, and I'm in front of Caleb by a game. So anything can happen over the next couple of weeks. So
The amount of times I've heard Caleb be like, "I'm getting hot."
could be the week. Hey, Caleb, could be the week.
Yeah,
Could be any week. Honestly, I can go 1-9 this week. And I actually don't like a lot of these games. I don't like any.
I
would love if we did over unders this week, but I didn't prepare for that. So all right, no music.
No. Last week without music. So
It's weird doing it without music. It really is. All right, first game, boys. Here we go. Vikings are on the road. Not even on the road. They're both on the road. But the Vikings versus Steelers. It's in, I believe, Dublin.
Yes,
Is it in Dublin?
it is.
I don't know how to do a English or a Ireland accent. That's not
I think
pretty good.
you know what? We'll just take whatever the hell you just did.
Jeff, name 2 celebrities from Dublin.
Not Conor McGregor.
Ian Gary.
Who's that? Who's
Just
Ian
made
Gary?
up a guy.
No UFC fighters.
Booner, it's like you're just taking away guys. You're like, no UFC fighters, no athletes, no actors. Like, bro, like
Who's the redhead girl that is in a lot of good movies? I think she's
yeah,
Ireland.
that's broad. I mean, what are we doing? I don't know. Is Liam Neeson from Ireland?
England.
Is he?
I don't know. All right.
All right.
Ireland game. Steelers.
Oh, he's from the UK. Yeah, you're right. Damn. All right. Anyway, no, I butchered
Steelers
that.
versus the Vikings. Give Booner the Steelers plus 2.5. The Vikings are 2.5 point favorites. Give me the Steelers plus 2.5 though. I like it. Mike Tomlin underdogs. Steelers. I think not Sam Darnold. I keep thinking Sam Darnold's still the Vikings quarterback. It's not. It's Carson Wentz. Both redheads. Honestly, I almost might flip this game. I didn't realize there's a redhead in Carson Wentz playing in Ireland. That feels like a big deal, does it not?
It's a huge deal.
Okay, flip it. Give me the Vikings. I was going to go Steelers. Give me the Vikings. I can't disrespect redheads in Ireland. And that's a homecoming for him. Give me the Vikings. I'm changing it right now. Jeff, you're up.
This game.
You
is
have
just-
to do an Irish accent too. Give me an Irish
No,
accent.
I'm not doing that. There's
Come
no
on,
way.
Caleb, be prepared. You're about to have to do it too.
Can't do it.
But you know what?
I'll get
I
canceled.
battled
somehow.
with this game because I want to go with the more experienced team, like the older team and overseas. But give me the Steelers. Give me the Steelers. I'm just not going to think too much about it. Give me the Steelers.
Yeah, give me the Steelers as well. I mean, this
Wow.
this spread is so weird. I think the Vikings kind of lucked out yesterday playing Jake Browning in his first start in a long time. Obviously blew them out. The Vikings might win by 2 and we win. So give me the Steelers plus 2.5 here.
Can I switch?
No.
I had the Steelers originally though.
Doesn't
No,
matter.
we've done this in the past. Remember, we used to do it and you can't switch. Because I've been in
You
those
did the redhead switch.
Once you say it, you say it.
I mean, that's a shame you guys went against the redhead in Ireland. All right, next game. Here we go. Eagles are on the road versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Eagles are actually 3.5 point favorites, boys. This should be a good football game. I know the Bucs offensive line's beat up, but the Bucs just keep staying in games and at home. It's tough to beat them at home, and Todd Bowles' defense always dominates. The Eagles have been on the verge, boys, of like losing all of these close games. That's why I'm going to go to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm going to take the home underdog this week. I'm going to take the 3.5. I think it's going to end up being whoever wins this game is going to be by a field goal. And I've had a pretty good success the last 3 weeks when we've done this. Every time I've mentioned, hey, a team's going to win by a field goal and the number's 3.5, I'm going to take that 3.5 for the underdog because I think it's going to be close. So I'll take the Tampa Bay Bucs at home to keep this thing close. And I think this might be one of my I might do like a money line underdog parlay. I think the Bucs might be one of the few teams in that. I think the Bucs can win this game.
I think this is where I'm at with it. I think the Bucs have been doing a really good job. That Jets game though, like you give up 20-something points to the Jets. I don't know. It's a little shaky, I think, with the Bucs right now. And we could talk all we want about the Eagles losing. The Bucs, I think, are due for a loss too, to be honest. So give me the Eagles in this game. I just think we expect the Eagles to lose, but They're just going to find ways to win games, man. I mean, they just do. And I think the O-line being hurt for the Bucs is going to hurt them even more. So give me the Eagles in this game.
3.5 is just such a weird number.
No, I think it's a great number. I think the hook is so ginormous in this game, and that's why I'm going to take the Bucs. The Eagles have not blown out any team. All the games have been pretty close. That's why I love the 3.5 number. I think it's going to be a field goal game, and that's why I'm going to take the Bucs. The Eagles might win by a field goal, and that's why I'm going to take the Bucs plus 3.5. I love that 3.5. It's my favorite number in all of betting. You get the hook there.
I think more so what I'm saying, Caleb, is on the opposite side. If you're taking the Eagles, it's a bad number to have. Because it's like if you're taking the favorite in a 3.5 point game, you probably just shouldn't bet it, in my opinion.
If the spread was 3, I'm taking the Eagles and I'm taking the push. I mean,
agreed. I agree. I'm right there with you on that. Honestly, no. You're not wrong with that. But the 3.5 is always the one that, like, if you're taking the favorite at 3.5, I'm not saying, Jeff, you're an idiot, but you are an idiot. So that
it worked for me last week. I think it was 5.5. It was a weird number.
It might have been like 7.5, which is always weird. Which the next game is actually 7.5. The Tennessee Titans are on the road versus the Houston Texans. Texans are favored by 7.5. Again, as we're doing the pick'em, weird, not football number. But for the opposite side, if you're taking the underdog, which I'm going to take the Tennessee Titans. I know the Titans haven't looked pretty, but the Houston Texans are 0-3, and you would think typically a good football team that's 0-3 is going to bounce back, have a big week. I don't know if you guys saw the comments this week. Diana Rossini, did you see her comments about the Texans?
No.
Oh, something's going on.
She said there's something going on with CJ Stroud behind the scenes. There's things happening. She said something's going to come out very soon. So I think there's tension. There's things happening within that locker room that is not good. And especially once you get to 0-3, those things amplify times a million. So I'm going to take the Tennessee Titans just to stick close here. I mean, I'm getting a touchdown with them. I know they're not the best, but I think this Texans team might be deader than dead at this point, to be honest.
Still, it's tough to pick the Texans right now by that big of a number. So I'm going to go Titans with you. I think they at least make it a relatively close game, even though the Texans win.
Yeah,
I don't see them. I mean, they're to be favored by 7.5 with how they've looked. It just doesn't make sense.
I don't think the Texans will ever beat a team by more than 3 this year, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, with the way the Texans offense is playing, I don't know how you take them as a 7.5 point favorite. I mean, the Texans defense is going to give Cam Ward a lot of trouble, but I just don't think Houston's going to score any points. If we were doing the over-under thing, I would 100% take the under here. I'm going to take it on Sunday. The over-under could be 6.5, and I'm taking the under. There's going to be no points scored in this game, but the Titans will stay within a touchdown. I'm going to take the Titans plus 7.5.
Yeah. Next game here. This is a weird one, Caleb. This feels like a me and you come together game, except there's a problem with this one. It's the Chargers 6.5 point favorites on the road in New York. Me and you do this thing, Caleb. We've done it last year when backup quarterbacks take a starting job, or when a head coach gets fired and the interim comes in. Typically, you take that because everyone rallies around them. The only problem is you're going up against Jim Harbaugh and the Los Angeles Chargers, who have playing the best football, arguably in the NFL right now, and Jim Harbaugh does not care. This is probably like the worst game for Jackson Dart to get his first career start versus Chargers defense. 6.5. It's a perfect number if you're taking the favorite, because all you need is a touchdown to win it. So I'm taking the Los Angeles Chargers on the road versus the Giants. I think the whole world, and I actually looked at it, it looked like 70% of the public right now on the app that I'm on, it said it, at least. It said 70% of the public is right now on the Giants spread, which I know some different apps have different numbers, all different. But that was the one that I saw. And I think as soon as you see that, boom, it's the Chargers. So give me the Chargers.
I'm going to go Chargers too, just because of the number. I think they'll keep it. It'll be it'll be a touchdown game, but I don't see how you can pick the Giants in this spot here. I mean, maybe just covering, I get, but I don't even know how the Chargers are playing. They're dominating football teams. I mean, they're playing really well. So I'm going to go with the Chargers, even on the road. Give me the Chargers.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say this again, but if you were doing over-unders again, I'm taking the under big time on this game. I don't think Jackson Dart puts up any points for this Giants team, and I think the over-under is like 43.5, and I don't think the Chargers score 44. But I think they're going to win by a touchdown. I mean, against a rookie quarterback and Jackson Dart and Harbaugh, a really good defensive coach, I don't think Jackson Dart stands a chance. I honestly think this game can get really, really ugly, and Dable's seat just gets even hotter.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to take the Chargers minus 6.5.
All right, next game. Washington Commanders are on the road with the Atlanta Falcons. No Jaden Daniels, but the Falcons are 2.5-point favorites. The Falcons, weird thing, because the Falcons just lost 30-0 to the Panthers. I know they beat the Vikings, but Falcons haven't looked that great this year, to be honest. And the Commanders with Marcus Mariota last week got a pretty good win over the Raiders. I'm going to take a weird spot here. I've been going a lot of underdogs this week. I'm going to take the underdog in the Commanders again, plus 2.5. There's something about this Falcons team right now that's just not sitting right with me. They just can't figure out, like, to lose 30-0 versus the Panthers is extremely ugly. Caleb, what just happened in the Tigers game?
Tigers are, I can't fucking watch this team anymore, dude. I can't do it.
Bad.
Oh my
Torque
God.
strikeout.
I can't do it anymore. I
What
can't do
happened?
it. I can't do it. I mean, you get a leadoff double by Justin Henry Malloy, and they strand the runner at third. You are not going to win baseball games if you do that. You're just not going to win fucking games. I can't
win
watch
games like
this
that.
team. I can't watch this team. I can't do it. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, Boone. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No,
sorry.
dude, you're good. I mean,
apologize.
this is I need every time if you have the game on, dude, like throw the
I
updates
turned it
out
off.
there
I
because
can't do it.
no, you got to keep it on. We need to know if they win or not. We need updates. But again, I'm taking the Commanders plus 2.5 versus the Falcons. Jeff,
I'll go Commanders too. I'm going to go Commanders too. I thought about this one because I think the Falcons are coming off an ugly loss. I think they bounce back. I think it'll be a better game, a better performance, but that 2.5 is it's a weird number. But Marcus Mariota is actually a really good backup. So, and I know there might not have Tearan Arnold, Terry McLaurin.
isn't this a revenge game for Mariota?
It is. I don't know. I don't think they'll have Terry McLaurin.
I
out there.
love revenge games, man. I love a good revenge games. Always work out too and pick them. They always do.
Yeah,
Caleb?
I'll go Commanders.
Oh,
It's a disgusting.
man.
league.
My thought process with this is Vegas is really going to hate you when you lose to the Panthers by 30. So do I think the spread might have been like 5.5 if they kept that Panthers game close? Maybe. But I mean, they really did not look good last week. The Falcons, that is. Give me the Commanders. Revenge game. I can't bet against a revenge game. It would
I'm
kill
actually
me
happy.
if Marcus Mariota goes crazy.
This was one of those. This is one of those games in Pick'em where I just pray to God that I go first, and I pray to God that everyone picks the same as me because I have no clue which way it's going to
Man,
go.
I you know what? And I had the Falcons written down too.
I'm so happy you did that because I was so worried on that one because it's 2.5 for the Falcons. It's a field goal. Perfect number. All right, next game. I know we got to get going here a little bit. The Colts are on the road versus the Los Angeles Rams. Rams, they actually look good, but obviously they've dropped. Hold on, I'm going to pull this up too just to give some context here. The Rams just dropped their game last week to the Eagles by a brutal, like 2 back-to-back field goal blocks. And right now the Colts, whether they played bad teams or not, they have the number 2 offense in the NFL statistically, and they've punted 1 time in 3 weeks. Jeff, me and you had this argument on Tuesday when we did our power rankings, and I said if they played this week, and I did not know at the time they played this week, but I was like, if the Rams and the Colts played this week, give me the Colts. And
You should be taking the Colts today.
all of a sudden, I had no clue they played this week too. All of a sudden,
no way he's switching up.
they play. I didn't know they played this week, and
No,
then they
you're
do.
taking You should be taking the Colts though.
Yeah, give me the Colts. The Colts are going to keep this thing close. Daniel Jones, they punted once all year. It's historic. Give me the Colts and Daniel Jones. The Colts are literally 3-0 right now. I was a madman for backing the Colts this year.
And they're about
Now
to
look
be,
at where we are.
And they're about to be 3-1.
Imagine they're 4-0 with the win over the Rams.
Give me the Rams in this game. I think they win by a touchdown.
Wow.
I'll make it simple. They're pissed after last week, and I think Danny Dimes, that defensive line, is going to be all over them. So
Danny Dimes isn't worried.
Give me the Rams.
Give me the Rams as well. I mean, the Colts, they won by 1 against the Broncos, but they haven't beaten anybody outside of that. Who'd they beat? Miami and Tennessee. Like, they haven't beat anybody.
Combined
no
record
good
of 1-7. This
is by far the best team they're going to play the best team they've played all year. Give me the Rams laying 3.5. I love that. I love that pick. It's going to be on my card on Sunday.
Okay. All right. We'll see. All right, Jags are on the road versus the San Francisco 49ers. I'm actually switching my pick here. I originally had the 49ers I was going to take, but the number, the 3.5, the Jags have been playing teams very close. They're 2-1. I'll take the Jags plus 3.5, boys.
Yeah, give me the 49ers. Brock Purdy's back. So I think Brock Purdy's gonna be back. I think he'll look fine. They're at home. And we know Kyle Shanahan. I know one thing about him is they're going to have those guys ready to play. Even if they don't have Nick Bosa, I still like the 49ers in this game. So give me the 49ers to cover.
Give me the Jags here. Yeah, Purdy's back, but they lose Bosa for the year. I like the Jags here plus 3.5. Field goal game. I'll take it all day. I think the Jags can win this game outright. I like the way they're playing right now. Outside of my guy, Trevor Lawrence.
You took the Jags? Just want to make sure?
Yes.
Okay. Let me put that in here real quick. Jags plus 3.5, Caleb Czarnik. All right. This is one of the biggest games of the week. The Ravens are 2.5-point favorites on the road.
Oh, no.
Do we lose?
And that's it. And that could be the fucking season. That could be
did they lose?
They lost.
Jesus.
I mean, you just can't strand runners. You just can't do it. You're just never going to win if you strand runners. I can't. This team, dude. I can't do it. Oh, my God.
That's disgusting.
So miserable.
That's unbelievable that they lost that game.
Lead. You get leads, it doesn't matter. Like if they could get a 7-run lead and it doesn't matter.
That's actually
and
unreal.
It doesn't matter. Oh my goodness.
That's unreal.
Oh my gosh.
We need the Astros to lose to the Angels now.
Yeah.
That's like a must.
Now you don't control your own. Yeah. Now you're in a tough spot here.
That's insane, actually. I mean, you just need to win 2 or 3. You had one in your hands, and you just blew it. That's ridiculous. All right, let's keep this thing rolling here. We only have 9 minutes left. The Ravens, though, are on the road. They're 2.5-point favorites versus the Kansas City Chiefs. We were talking about this game earlier, and both teams are 1-3 right now, or 1-2. One of these teams are going to be 1-3 leaving the week 4, and put in a really tough spot to kind of have a comeback to make the playoffs, or they're going to have to really battle. Who are you guys taking in this one? Oh, I guess I got to give my pick, don't I?
Yeah.
I'm first. I'm taking the Chiefs plus 2.5 at home. I think the Chiefs team, I think they win outright. All right, cool. Yeah. Anyone else want to pick?
No, this one I've struggled. This is the worst game on here probably for me. I'm going to go Chiefs too. I think I'll just, if it's a tough game, just lean the home team. I'll just lean the home team. And I'll lean the better quarterback and head coach, even though it's brutal. Give me the Chiefs, though.
The Ravens are just a much better team, guys. I mean, they are just way better. Coming off a loss against the Lions, I think the spread should be 4.5. I mean, I'm taking the Ravens minus 2.5 all day, yesterday, tomorrow. I love this pick. Ravens minus 2.5. I don't care about Mahomes, home underdog. Don't care about any of that. That team looks lost right now. You have Kelsey fighting with Andy Reid on the sideline again. I think it's a mess. Give me the Ravens minus 2.5 on Sunday Night Football.
Jeff, I apologize. Who did you take?
I took the Chiefs.
Chiefs. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to get these Chiefs. Trying to do it as we go here, boys. Bear with me. All right, bear with me. Bears are on the road versus Las Vegas Raiders. Jeff, this is a big game for you. The Raiders are only 1.5 favorites. I'm going to roll with your team, Jeff. I'm going to roll with the Chicago Bears. Give me the Bears plus 1.5. I also think money line is perfect for this game as well. Give me the Bears in this game.
So tough part about the Bears is they got some injuries they're battling. I actually looked at the injuries. Kyler Gordon's questionable. Grady Jarrett's out. TJ Edwards is out. Darnell Wright's out.
Give me the Bears.
Yeah, I'm just gonna rock. I'm gonna rock with the Bears too. I'm not really confident in that one, but give me the Bears. It's gonna be an ugly game. Like what Caleb was saying earlier, it's gonna be a disgusting game.
Yeah, I mean this is not gonna be a great game. Give me the Raiders though. Don't know why. I think the Bears are probably a better team. I really don't like the Raiders at all. I'm not a fan of Geno Smith. But just give me the Raiders at home, I guess. Minus 1.5.
Oh, so I'm the only one on the Bears?
No, I took the Bears.
Oh, you did? Oh, wow. That was crazy from you. You gave like every reason to take the Raiders, and then you just said, give me the Bears. Am I wrong on that?
No, what I said was, Boone, is I went into the injuries and I said at the end of this game's tough enough to call. Fuck it, I'll just go with the Bears. I mean, it's tough. I don't know.
All right, that's fair. Last game here, Packers on the road. This is kind of a wild game, the fact that this is even happening. But the Packers are going on the road to the Dallas Cowboys. Micah Parsons returns. They're 6.5-point favorites. I'll tell you guys this just feels like a close game to me. Like, I know it's like one of those games that gets super hyped up, and obviously you have one team that's clearly better. And I know the Packers are coming off a terrible loss, but I just feel like emotionally in the game and everything in Dallas, this feels like a game where Dallas, like Jerry Jones, might fire everyone if the Cowboys don't keep this game close. Like, he might cut every player and fire everyone after the whole situation here. So I'm going to take the Cowboys at plus 6.5 at home. I think they somehow keep it close. The Packers are going to win this game, but I just think it's just going to end up being kind of a closer. And there is no CeeDee Lamb, I guess. Ghetto Boy Juan said. I thought maybe he was going to play. So yeah, he's out. But I'm still taking the fact that it's 6.5 and there's no CeeDee kind of still. That makes me love the pick more, because obviously it should be bigger if there's no CeeDee.
Yeah, give me the Packers. Even if they go to overtime, they'll win by a touchdown, if they win that game. But I don't think it'll go to overtime. I think the Packers are just a better team. I do. And we've seen them get blown out in Jerry's world before. So that could happen. It's on the table. Lions did it last year. So give me the Packers in this game.
Yeah, give me the Packers. Boone, I agree. It could be close for a little bit, but I think the Packers pull away at the end. And whatever the Packers team total is, I'm going to take that. The Cowboys defense sucks really bad. They gave up 1 million yards to Russell Wilson. Caleb Williams looked like the best quarterback in the league last week against him. Give me the Packers minus 6.5. This is honestly a really cool game, though, Micah, going back to Dallas. So do I think it should be a primetime game? Probably not. But give me the Packers minus 6.5.
I want this on record right now, boys. Like right now on Friday's show. This might be a rough week for me. I'm just going to say this right now.
These games are tough.
I hated every one of these picks. And I haven't had a week like this. Every week I'm like, I like this week. You know what I'm saying? This week I hate this week. Hate it. So I want that on record right now. I might be in last place next week. It's fun knowing you guys. But
yeah, I mean, this is a tough week. But Boone, I am in favor of the over/under thing, because I think my record would be much better if we did that. And that's no excuses. I can't be an excuses guy here, but
no, it's fine. You're an excuses guy. It's
okay,
fine.
Sure. Yeah, nice. Okay.
Cool.
Sure. You just said you're gonna suck this week, so you just admitted defeat. You can't talk shit to me.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Nobody appreciate the $2. Says you boys see JMO on a StockX commercial, kind of cool. No, I did not.
Him
see
and
that.
Tearan Arnold. It's a cool commercial.
Who?
You know, Tearan. What was it? I don't want to say
Terrence Arnold. Yeah.
So crazy,
sorry.
dude.
I didn't say this. I'm just saying what people are saying on the internet. The memes about Tearan Arnold. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh, the comments like of him doing the show and everything. It's insane.
Man, that podcast. Look, I haven't watched it. I'm sure it's really good, but this is like the worst time for him to do it, man. It's the worst.
The worst, dude.
I laughed at that one quote tweet that went viral, dude. I laughed so hard at that one.
So crazy, dude.
Terrence ass. And then the one OnlyFans girl, and then the guy. What did the guy tweet? He's like, "Show me that Tearan Arnold."
Oh my gosh,
that's so messed up, man. Yeah, I mean, yeah. And then Jamal's brother just shredded him on his Instagram.
That's still crazy. I wonder how that. Like, I wonder if
that conversation in the building
and goes, "Hey, your brother just called me ass." Like what? Like what?
That's crazy, dude. Like imagine that. Imagine like one of our like siblings like tweeting out, be like saying something like that about like Jeff or something. And Jeff saw it and it was like public and everyone was like, "Whoa!" I don't even know that conversation would be like,
It's tough. That's
had to be an awkward conversation.
It's like, hey, your brother just called me ass. What do we do from here? Where do we go from here?
James was like, "Yeah, he's right."
No, he did.
And he doubled down on it too. Like 2 stories later, he was like, "I stand on business. I'm not lying to anyone." Like he really stood on it too. Just doubled down. So it's not like he could be like, oh, I deleted it, like, or nothing. Like, it's no big deal. I apologize.
Like, no, your ass. What are you gonna do about it?
He put a story up like hours later and was like, for all of you saying I shouldn't say that, he was like, I'm standing on it.
I think he referred to himself in third person too.
Yeah,
I think
I
he said
respect
like,
it.
yeah, that's
What'd he say?
I don't know his name. What's his? I forgot his name, but he.
You read it on the show the other day. I can't remember.
His brother?
Yeah, his
Yeah.
name. He like said his name, and it was like,
What is it?
He's like, if you have a problem, come talk to Reap. Look, Reap,
Yeah.
Reap.
I don't want any issues. I don't want any issues.
Yeah, no, dude. Hey, Reap,
No,
you
we're
do
not-
what you gotta
we're
do,
good
man.
here.
I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem, Reap. It's
I
all
do
you,
not want to
man.
have dialogue with Reap.
Shout out Reap and J-Mo.
I do not want to have anything to do with Reap. But hey, appreciate
Waymo
you
and
all.
Reap, man.
We'll be live on Saturday. But Caleb will be live tomorrow. Or
We'll
excuse me,
be live Sunday, yeah.
We'll be live Sunday. Caleb will be live tomorrow. Saturday mornings, talking ball. Chris Castellani joining the show. The great Caleb Czarnik chopping it up. By the way, Teddy, appreciate the $2.
Oh,
we dropped the ball with them. Oh, good morning, football.
Good morning, football. Who was it? It was Caleb Klotz.
no.
Who was it?
I swear on everything I love, it wasn't me.
Caleb. I went into our messages.
It was on Twitter, correct?
I clicked on our messages on Twitter, and you know how when there's an unopened message, it's dark, it's highlighted, so you know unopened and
Yeah,
and
I
open.
never clicked those.
I clicked on the message, and it was not highlighted anymore. And on the main screen, on what it said for the message, it says you accepted this request. So someone clicked on it, accepted it, and never. I don't care if no one responds. Just text me.
No, that's what I'm
Just
saying.
shoot me a text and be like, "Hey,
if I somehow would have clicked that, I would have got so nervous. I would have called you a million times and said, "Hey, good morning."
Maybe it was
especially
Gentry.
those accounts, like bigger accounts.
Maybe Unk did it.
Maybe it was. It might be. Listen, I've ran into this situation on socials before.
In the chat
No, he didn't actually. But I've ran into these situations before. Like something's happened on Instagram, and I'm like, "Hey, who did this?" And every single person in the chat goes, "Not me." And I go, "Okay, well, it was someone." That makes me feel like a parent a little bit. Like when I'm growing up and I have like 6 brothers, and they're like, "Who did this?" And we're all like, "None of us." They're like, "Someone had to do it."
Yes,
I feel like I triple check with you every time I post something.
Yeah,
Caleb. I don't think it was.
You definitely do. I feel like you would have reached out. Right now. It's more towards Klotz and Gentry.
All the fingers are pointed at you right now, and look, it's not me. My fingers are not pointed. My fingers are not pointed. I'm not a finger pointer.
What if it was me? I'm the sleeper. In this
was it you?
No,
it could have been you. You actually were in the messages handling the giveaways. So there is a chance.
Unless I did it unintentionally, but I don't remember that. Because I'm like Caleb. If I saw a message from Good Morning Football, I would have hit the boys up. I would have been like,
yeah, I would expect like a big account like that. Like, hey, hit me up. I'll respond. I will say something.
So
was Jeff.
So was me. We'll get out of here tomorrow, 10 a.m. Caleb Czarnik.
9 a.m. 9 a.m. We're going a little bit early tomorrow. We're going 9 a.m.
Oh, 9 a.m.
9 a.m. I think that's going to be the permanent time for Saturday morning. I think we're going to go 9 a.m.
It's 9 in the morning.
We'll be in Rochester tomorrow. Caleb, he's questionable for the game.
Caleb's coming. I talked to him earlier today. He is active. Caleb is active.
He doesn't.
We had a conversation. Caleb is active.
Look at this.
We'll talk off air. We will talk off
air. All right. We'll see you tomorrow, guys. Or you'll see Caleb tomorrow. We'll see you Sunday.
See you guys Sunday. Love you guys.
Peace.